That's why we're dedicated to providing tools and assistance that can help make a difference, so you can save your energy for the game. Visit georgiapower.com/myenergy to learn more.
All the news, weather, and traffic you need. 95.5 WSB.
Piedmont Healthcare Radio Booth. That's where we've been nestled all afternoon for you here on the second day of 2025. Sugar Bowl here in New Orleans at the Superdome. Notre Dame with a 4th down and 9 coming up from the 50-yard line, and they are in punt formation. Georgia has 2 safeties back deep. Warren, the deepest, is Anthony Evans. And they field it, and Rendell will kick it away. Evans will let it bounce. It takes a Bulldog bounce as it checked up at the 10-yard line, and then bounced in Georgia's favor for another 10 yards up to the 20 before Notre Dame could get on the ball. It's a 31-yard punt. Dogs have it at the 20 with 1:49 to go. We're down 13 points, and we don't have any timeouts left.
Well, it's been a tough afternoon for the Dogs, specifically on the ground. Coming into this drive, 69 yards on the ground, only averaging 2.5 yards per carry. Pretty solid afternoon for Gunnar Stockton, 18 for 29, 225, and 1 touchdown.
Notre Dame's defense has been extremely solid. Georgia's offense, we've had some drops, we've had some turnovers, given up some sacks, a little bit of everything. Snap back to Stockton, and the whistle blows, and they rip Gunner's head off just about as flags come down and the whistle blows, and the Notre Dame player got his shot in anyway.
Snap. False start. Number 11, offense, 5-yard penalty. First down.
We've had a couple of those today.
Well, we have.
One on defense and now that one on offense. We haven't had a lot of penalties, but they just come at the most inopportune time, it would seem. Notre Dame's been penalized much more than Georgia. But a 5-yarder will back up the Dogs to the 15. Gunner in the shotgun. Time to throw. He will throw. Dumps it over the line of scrimmage, and it's caught by ETN, and he scrambles about 6 or 7 more after the catch up to the 25-yard line.
Notre Dame will take that all day long. He's getting deep in coverage, forcing Gunner to check underneath.
Hurd made the tackle. We got 10. Now Gunner whips it out down to the right side in the right flat down the line. It's caught by Dylan Bell, but Notre Dame was ready for that one. They had 2 or 3 guys just belted him right when he caught the football at the 23. We lost 2 yards. 3rd down, minute 13 to go, clock ticking. We're on our own 23-yard line. 3rd down and 6 for the Dogs. Gunner claps his hands, backs up, sets and throws a deep ball far sideline, and it's almost intercepted but broken up incomplete. Down around the 35 of Notre Dame, Leonard Moore got his hands on it, going for Bell on the deep shot again. Bell's kind of been up and down today. He leads Georgia with 6 catches, but only 33 yards. He's had a couple of drops. Maybe more than that.
Yeah, the one big one on the deep post that would have been a touchdown. We ended up scoring on that drive anyway, but yeah, up and down season, obviously, for these Georgia receivers.
All right, here we go. 4th down and 6 for Georgia on the 24. Snap back to Gunner, and he will be sacked on 4th down. And Notre Dame will take over, sacked back at the 16-yard line, Donovan Heinisch. And that's another issue that the Dogs have had today. Our offensive line has not played well. And we give up another sack. That's the 3rd of the game. Notre Dame will have the ball, Z, at our 17-yard line. They just need to snap it once or twice, and then that'll be the ball game. That's 53 right. Seconds remain.
Notre Dame celebrating on the sideline as they will advance to the semifinals.
The quarter recap is presented by Ag South, Ag Georgia, and Southwest Georgia Farm Credit, loans for land and farms. Notre Dame got the second half started with an electrifying 98-yard kickoff return. That just punched us in the mouth. The fourth quarter, the Irish have the only points on a field goal. Georgia managed 53 yards in the quarter. Notre Dame 43 as Notre Dame will snap it. And the clock begins to tick down. 43 seconds to go. They'll have to snap it one more time. Then they'll be making plans for the Orange Bowl to face Penn State in Miami. And on the other side of the bracket, it's Texas and Ohio State in the Cotton Bowl. Notre Dame snaps it one final time. Still 24 seconds on the clock, but they rush the field, and that's going to be the ball game. Notre Dame is going to be a winner today. 23-10 over Georgia. They defeat the Dogs here in the Sugar Bowl and win for the first time in the series against the Georgia Bulldogs. Many of the Georgia players heading straight for the tunnel. They are headed straight for the tunnel across the way. There's a few that will meander to the middle of the field and shake hands with some of the Irish players, but the bulk of them are headed straight to the tunnel. They're moving the stage out for the trophy presentation for Notre Dame as they have won the game here 23-10. And Georgia's season comes to a close with a record of 11-3, an SEC championship, a playoff appearance, a loss in the Sugar Bowl. And now you start thinking, I'm sure all these guys were not the players, but the coaching staff. Immediately you start thinking about the next signing day and then spring practice, which is just a couple of months away. And the whole process begins all over again. And we'll wrap up our broadcast here as we begin our post-game coverage right after this. Our final score, Notre Dame 23, Georgia 10 here in the Sugar Bowl in New Orleans. Stay tuned. Post-game coverage straight ahead here from the Superdome. That's coming up next on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Net.
I'm attorney Ken Nugent, and I'm here with legendary Georgia Bulldog quarterback and radio host Buck Ballou.
Ken and I are teaming up to give back to the brave men and women of our military. Ken's going to donate $500 to one member of the military every Bulldog football game this season.
If you're a member of the military in Atlanta, go to attorneykennugent.com to enter.
And somebody's going to win $500 every game.
Welcome back to Countdown to Kickoff, brought to you by Guarantee Bank, rooted in community, driven by you. Time to take a look at the starting lineups for Duke and Ole Miss. In this one, the Duke Blue Devils defense coordinator is Jonathan Patke. The defense, the Ole Miss defense, leads the nation with 4.33 quarterback sacks per game. Duke is third at 3.33. They have 14 fumble recoveries and 12 interceptions on the year and lead the nation in fumble recovery. So this is a defense that's done some good things, to say the least. At nose tackle, number 99, Aaron Hall, a redshirt junior from Durham, North Carolina. Defensive tackle is 91, Kendi Charles. He's a graduate from Orange Park, Florida, transfer from Liberty. At defensive end, number 7, Vincent Anthony, a junior from Durham, North Carolina. He leads Duke with 12 quarterback hurries. He also has 9.5 tackles for losses. The Viper position, which is basically the other defensive end, is Wesley Williams, number 97, a sophomore from Gainesville, Virginia. Leads Duke with 7.5 quarterback sacks, also with 13.5 TFLs. Second on the team with 7 quarterback hurries. He's got a couple of block kicks as well. He has been really good off the edge. Middle linebackers, 45, Ozzie Nicholas, a graduate from Encinitas, California, and a transfer from Princeton. 89 total tackles to lead the team, 2 fumble recoveries to lead the team. He's also got an interception. The weak side linebackers, number 3, Alex Howard, graduate from Cincinnati, Ohio, transfer from Youngstown State. Second on the team with 80 total tackles and 13 TFLs and 6 sacks. At star position, number 4, Cameron Bergeron, a senior from Albany, Georgia, 75 total tackles. Second on the team in solo stops with 42, and second on the team with 7 quarterback hurries. He's got a pick as well. Then look at the defensive backfield at cornerback. First team All-ACC 0, Chandler Rivers. He's a junior from Beaumont, Texas. 9 pass breakups to lead Duke. 3 interceptions leads Duke as well. The other corner, 26, Joshua Pickett, a senior from Demorest, Georgia. 1 interception on the year for him. The free safety is number 1, Terry Moore, a junior from Washington, North Carolina, and he has 70 total tackles and leads the team with 45 solo stops. He also is tied with the team lead with 3 interceptions. And at Rover, number 2, Jalen Stinson, a redshirt senior from Opelika, Alabama, just up the road from Auburn. 8 pass breakups for him is second on the team. And that's a look at the Duke defense. For the Rebel defense, coached by Pete Golding as the defensive coordinator. Ole Miss leads the nation in TFLs per game at 9.67. Duke is second in that category at 9.17. Rebels also lead the nation defensively with 52 quarterback sacks, a UM record. And previous record, Ole Miss was 39 back in 92 and in 2021. 52 quarterback sacks, 28 in the last 5 games for the Rebel defense. Defensive end number 15, Jared Ivey, the senior from Suwanee, Georgia. Transfer from Georgia Tech, got 2 forced fumbles, second on the team. 7 sacks, 10 TFLs. The defensive tackle next to him is 38, J.J. Pegues, the senior from Oxford, Mississippi. 13 and a half TFLs is second on the team. At nose tackle number 2, Walter Nolan, named an All-American. The 6'3", 305-pound junior from Powell, Tennessee. Transfer from Texas A&M. 2 fumble recoveries to lead the team. Leads Ole Miss with 14 tackles for losses as well. And at outside linebacker number 4, the sophomore from Raleigh, Mississippi, Centarian Perkins. Perkins has an interception on the year. Also has 14 TFLs, 10.5 quarterback sacks to lead Ole Miss. 8 quarterback hurries. He and Princely Umanmielen, 2.5 more quarterback sacks to break the Ole Miss record that Sam Williams set in 2021 at 12.5. Either or both could do that. Linebacker 23, Kyrie Coleman, the senior from New Orleans, Louisiana, transferred from TCU, 31 career TFLs, looking for his first career interception. TJ Dottery, number 6, sophomore from Montgomery, Alabama, transfer from Clemson, 75 tackles, 40 solo, or second on the team. And then you get to the star position, and Lewis Moore is going to start there. And you notice some of these kids have talked about being in the portal and all, and a lot of them are playing. Coach Giffin's okay with that, and it doesn't mean they're guaranteed to leave, but we'll see what happens when the dust settles, so to speak. But Lewis Moore's a senior from Mesquite, Texas, 5'11", 200, a senior transfer from Indiana. Cornerback number 32, Chris Graves, a sophomore from Fort Myers, Florida, transfer from Miami. At cornerback number 9, Trey Amos, who's had a fantastic year, the senior from New Iberia, Louisiana, who was at Louisiana, then Alabama, now at Ole Miss. 13 pass breakups leads the team. He leads the team with 3 interceptions. Safety, 25, Trey Washington. Washington's actually going to be in the star, and Moore will be in the safety. Let me get that right. Trey Washington's going to move up the star position. Moore's going to be the safety. But Washington in the star spot, the senior from Trussville, Alabama, has 7 pass breakups, a pick, and 4 career interceptions. The other safety is number 5, John Saunders, the senior from High Point, North Carolina. 11 career interceptions. He was at Miami of Ohio before coming to Ole Miss. He has forced 4 fumbles this year to lead the Rebels and tied with the team lead in interceptions with 3 himself. And that's a look at the 2 defenses. Offensively, Duke's offense coordinator is Jonathan Brewer. Offensive line for Duke is second in the ACC to Georgia Tech, allowing only 1 sack per game this year. So they have protected very well. And Jonathan Brewer is their offensive coordinator. The center, 72, Matt Craycraft, a sophomore from Dallas, Texas. Right guard is 77, Justin Pickett, a redshirt junior from Carmel, Indiana. Right tackle is 53, Brian Parker, a sophomore from Cincinnati, Ohio. Left guard, 71, is Caleb Krings, a graduate from Fayetteville, North Carolina, transfer from Elon. And left tackle is 75, Bruno Fina, a graduate from Tucson, Arizona, transfer from UCLA. At tight end, H-back 15, Jake Taylor, sophomore from Apex, North Carolina. 8 catches, no touchdowns for him this year. The wide receivers are number 2, a junior from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Samir Hagens, 42 catches, 385 yards, 3 touchdowns for him. Also at wideout, number 8, Jordan Moore, a graduate from Sykesville, Missouri. Second on the team with 50 catches, leads the team with 798 yards. Second on the team with 7 touchdown grabs. He caught a walk-off touchdown pass to beat Wake Forest in the season finale for Duke. 7th all-time at Duke with 20 touchdown catches is Jordan Moore. Also at wideout, number 4, Eli Paincoll. Paincoll is a graduate from Pendleton, Indiana. 9 touchdowns, 3rd most in the ACC this year. He's got 55 catches to pace Duke, 741 yards is second, and those 9 TDs, and he has the longest catch of the year of 86 yards. Running back number 5, we anticipate seeing Peyton Jones. May see Jaquez Moore. Peyton Jones, a sophomore from Norfolk, Virginia. Of course, they lost their star running back to the portal, but Jones, 74 catches, 299 yards, and 3 TDs. And the biggest mystery for Duke, obviously on the offensive side, is quarterback. Their top 2 quarterbacks have hit the portal, and a redshirt sophomore from New York, New York, number 3, Henry Beelan IV. He started versus North Carolina State last season and threw a couple of touchdowns in the win. 5 carries this year for 23 yards. He's thrown 1 pass and completed it for 7 yards. No touchdowns, no interceptions. He's going to be the starting quarterback for the Duke Blue Devils. For the Ole Miss Rebels, offensively, the Rebels averaging 37.5 points per game. And Charlie Weiss Jr., the offensive coordinator. At center, 56, Reese McIntyre, the senior from Beaufort, Georgia. Ole Miss current best 60th game here tonight. Right guard 65, Jaquan Scott, the senior from Mobile, Alabama, transfer from Southern Miss. Right tackles 52, Julius Bulow, the senior from Hawaii, transferred in from Washington. Left guard, the other Washington transfer, 71, Nate Kalepo, senior from Renton, Washington. And 61, Diego Pounds, scheduled to play left tackle, the junior from Raleigh, North Carolina, transfer from North Carolina. Caden Prescorn set to start as a tight end, the senior from Lake Orion, Michigan, and he is a transfer from Memphis. 24 catches, 375 yards, 3 TDs for Prescorn. Wide receiver 19, Caden Lee, the sophomore from Kennesaw, Georgia. Second on the team with 49 catches, 817 yards, is second as well. He's got a couple of touchdown catches. Juice Wells this year, he's changed his number to number 7. The senior from Richmond, Virginia, the transfer from South Carolina, will start at wideout. 6 foot 205, senior transfer. You got it slot. Number 11, Jordan Watkins, the senior from Louisville, Kentucky. The transfer from Louisville's got 42 catches, 726 yards, leads Ole Miss with 7 touchdown catches. Career 9 TD catches for Jordan Watkins. And at running back, number 26, Dominique Thomas, or maybe Ulysses Bentley. Logan Diggs is available, and he is dressed out. We'll see if he plays in this one. If it's Thomas that goes first, the senior from Hatchie, Alabama, is a transfer from Union College, Kentucky. He's at Clemson and Georgia State as well. 41 carries, 197 yards, and a TD. And at quarterback, number 2, Jackson Dart, leads the SEC with 25 passing touchdowns. Leads the SEC in third in the nation with 3,875 yards passing. The senior from Kaysville, Utah, the transfer from USC's had a fantastic year. 249 of 363 for 3,875 yards, 25 TDs, only 6 interceptions. He's carried the ball 112 times for 452 yards and 3 touchdowns. Those are the second highest numbers on the team across the board. And that's a look at the starting lineups, and we'll continue with our pregame show shortly in the Ole Miss Radio Network.
Coors Light presents To Chill or Not to Chill. When your friend skips your favorite song on the playlist. End the friendship. Or choose chill because that song lives rent-free in your head anyway. And you're planned ahead by bringing Coors Light to the party. And the sound of that ice-cold can cracking open was music to your ears already. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
This is professional ball player Jake Mangum. I know what it's like to live, eat, breathe, and play in Mississippi. And no other insurance company competes on my level like Mississippi Farm Bureau Insurance. I love my home team at Farm Bureau because they get me and they get what I need. Visit favrates.com for great rates on home and auto insurance. Or find a local agent at msfbins.com. Farm Bureau Insurance. Go with the home team.
Pre-game coverage of the 2025 Gator Bowl returns after this timeout.
He's caught it! He's gone! He scores! Touchdown, Ole Miss!
You're listening to the Ole Miss Sports Network from Learfield.
Uh-oh, Brad's buzzed.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, he's starting with the woots. And now a speech.
I just want to say that friendship is about heart and brain. Who's with me?
Good thing is, he knows when he's buzzed.
And my brain is saying, when it's time to go home, somebody call me a ride.
Love that guy.
Me too.
Know your buzzed warning signs? Call for a ride when it's time to go home. Buzz driving is drunk driving. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Substance use disorder and addiction is so isolating. And so, as a Black woman in recovery, hope must be loud. It grows louder when you ask for help and you're vulnerable. It is the thread that lets you know that no matter what happens, you will be okay.
When we learn the power of hope, recovery is possible. Find out how at startwithhope.com. Brought to you by the National Council for Mental Wellbeing, Shatterproof, and the Ad Council.
This injury update is brought to you by Richard Schwartz and Associates, your Mississippi injury law firm. One call, that's all.
And let's check with John Darnell, see what he's found out, the latest, JD.
Yeah, well, we knew about Trey Harris not going to play, and Yam Banks, went down in Florida. He's not going to play. Henry Parrish is out also. we knew we were going to be without Pooh Paul, who's gone to the NFL draft, and Micah Pettis, not here also. He's in the portal. So that's our injury report.
All right, thank you much. We'll continue their pregame show shortly on the Ole Miss Radio Network.
At Kroger, an annual Boost membership just got even better. Now you can choose from Disney Plus with ads, Hulu with ads, or ESPN Plus on us when you sign up. Plus, enjoy unlimited free delivery, double fuel points, exclusive offers, and free items. Sign up for a Boost membership today. It's an easier way to save, including new streaming options to relax with while we deliver your groceries. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Restrictions apply. See site for details.
Passion, the tradition, the rivalries. SiriusXM is your destination for all things college sports, and we've got you covered. On SEC Radio, there's complete coverage of every school in the conference, including live games, plus 24/7 talk and analysis. So cheer along on the SiriusXM app and listen to your favorite team anywhere. And now you can get 3 months of SiriusXM free. Subscribe now. See all for details at SiriusXM.com/SEC Sports.
In the end zone, touchdown!
Ole Miss, Duke. This is the 2025 Gator Bowl on the Ole Miss Sports Network from Learfield.
Put your phone on D&D, that means that do not disturb when you're driving. And when you're going from point A to B, I need you to stay safe, please, so always sing with me. So put your phone on D&D, that means that do not disturb when you're driving. And when you're going from point A to B, I need you to stay safe, please, so always remember this beat.
Don't drive distracted. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
Babes, what are you doing?
What? I'm just mowing the lawn.
No, it's blazing hot and dry out here. Don't you remember? Smokey Bear says.
Avoid using power equipment when it's windy or dry.
Where'd you learn this?
Oh, it's on
SmokeyBear.com with many other wildfire prevention tips.
Right. Thanks, honey bear.
Because remember, only you can prevent wildfires.
Brought to you by the USDA Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
Is Ole Miss football.
Play action, steps up in the pocket, lots of time, throws deep.
Caught at the 20. He trots into the end zone. Touchdown. He breaks the plane. Touchdown. Ole Miss.
45-50, he's in the clearance.
Carried in the end zone, boys.
You can't catch him.
Takes it to the house.
Two of his buddies to lead him into the end zone.
He's hit. He's hammered and sacked at the 35-yard line. And Lane Kiffin throws his clipboard 8 rows up in the stands like a frisbee. Count it down. The students are pouring onto the field.
Hottie time. This is Ole Miss football. Live from Everbank Stadium in Jacksonville, this is the 2025 Gator Bowl. Today's game is brought to you by C Spire. See what 5G can really do with C Spire's nationwide wireless network. Visit cspire.com. By Ford. Mississippi Ford dealers and the Ford F-150, official truck of the Ole Miss Rebels. And by Regions. Order now for the Ole Miss Regions Visa debit card and prepaid Regions Now card at regions.com/GoRebels. Now to Everbank Stadium in Jacksonville. Here's the voice of the Rebels, David Callum.
And welcome again. We're looking forward to the kickoff between Ole Miss and Duke. You're listening to Countdown to Kickoff, brought to you by Guarantee Bank, rooted in community, driven by you. It's time now for our Player Spotlight, presented by our friends at Strength Roofing. Strength Roofing and Siding has served Mississippi for over 40 years. Whether it's commercial or residential roofing, we have you covered. No gimmicks, just roofs strengthroofingandsiding.com. And we're going to go with a guy that's been awfully good for Ole Miss. Caden Prescorn, the starting tight end, 24 catches, 376 yards, 3 touchdowns. He's appeared in 51 career games at both Ole Miss and Memphis, 14 career receiving touchdowns. He graduated from Ole Miss with a degree in multidisciplinary studies. Easy for me to say. I got me a radio TV degree. But anyway, nonetheless, congratulations to Caden Prescorn on yet another big year. He had a huge catch also in the Egg Bowl. State showing the linebackers. Here they come with a full-out blitz, and Dart's going to lob it toward the end zone of Prescorn. He goes up. Can he hold it? He wrestles it away from the defender. Touchdown, Ole Miss!
Well, David, that was a great throw by Jackson Dart under duress. State brought the house and just didn't get to him. He backed up and threw it off his back foot.
Caden has got a big pro career ahead of him, we think.
We think so, too, David. Obviously, he and Quan Wright have been a great 1-2 punch at that tight end position all season, but he's been the glue. He's been the guy who has been with us for 2 years, a father of 2. I mean, you don't get any better than Caden Prescorn.
Saw his wife and kids at the hotel, and they've done some cool. She's done some cool things video-wise, yes. And all. It's been really neat. Hey, when we come back, it's time to find out what Harry thinks it's going to take to win the 80th Gator Bowl, the TaxSlayer Gator Bowl. We'll have that next on the Ole Miss Radio Network.
The Walk of Champions, built brick by brick, earned season after season. When you pass through its arch, you become a part of Ole Miss history and emerge with the fighting spirit of a rebel. Ford knows that strong traditions start with leadership, like Ford F-Series, America's best-selling trucks 47 years straight. Drive F-150, official truck of the Rebels, only at your Mississippi Ford dealer, based on 1977 to 2023 total sales.
Madame Giselle senses a change in your future.
Is it a promotion?
I see a door opening.
Ooh, to a corner office?
There's a creature. Beady eyes, lots of hair.
Is it my boss, Dave?
No, raccoons everywhere. Your RV door is open, and they're chewing everything.
Not a problem. I'm covered by Progressive. Do you see a bigger paycheck?
Customize your coverage with Progressive's Pest Damage Protection and be prepared for the unexpected. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Pest Damage Protection available for RVs less than 6 years old. $250 deductible applies to any claim.
This is Ole Miss football from Learfield.
Ma, is this how you feed a hamster?
I think so.
Is my homework right?
I think so.
Is this milk still good?
I think so.
When it comes to parenting, sometimes it's okay to think you know. But when it's something as important as your child's car seat, don't just think. Know. Double check if your child is in the right seat for their age and size. It'll help protect them in a car crash. Don't just think. Know by visiting nhtsa.gov/the right seat. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Hear that? That's the sound of your life. Perfectly imperfect. Beating in rhythm to the world you've created. But every time you drive after drinking, the music gets drowned out. Your life sounds pretty great. Don't let a buzz ruin it. Buzz driving is drunk driving. Don't drive buzzed. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Hey, welcome again to our countdown to kickoff show brought to you by Guarantee Bank. It's time for Harry's Winning Diagnosis. That's brought to you by St. Dominic's. St. Dominic's, we listen, we heal. Visit stdom.com for more information. Harry, we've already talked about two really good defenses this game. What do you think it's going to take for the Rebs to win?
And we have, David. And we're talking about a bowl game in Jacksonville, Florida. The Rebels don't get here very often. 33 years ago we were here. And here we are back 2025, January the 2nd. Let's talk about the offense, of course. The discipline, that's my first key tonight. This Rebel offense led by all-SEC quarterback Jackson Dart. We've not played a game in over a month. So timing, continuity, and no penalties have to factor into tonight's contest against the Duke Blue Devils. Their defense is a gambling, load-the-box unit that has provided lots of negative plays, so we've got to be disciplined in tonight's game. And our second key, David, is the run game. Of course, the Rebel run game has had some big plays throughout the season, but not consistent. We want to be two-dimensional tonight. Duke's front seven, they're going to test the run game by loading the box. So Bentley and company are going to have to be patient and find those openings and just be patient and good vision to be able to do that. The offensive line for the Rebels will certainly be challenged. We got to win that battle. And, of course, the third key here for this Ole Miss offense is I want to keep him clean. We're talking about pass protection. Has been good throughout the first 12 games. Jackson Dart, he's back for his final game as a Rebel. We want to keep him clean. And the Rebels are without two starting wide receivers, but Duke likes to blitz. They're going to play some lot of man, so I want to keep Dart upright and throw the ball. We're going to have a lot of opportunities to throw the ball down the field.
It's my honor to introduce to you.
We'll get the coin toss and finish up with Harry's Keys.
President of the Gator Bowl.
They're going early on us here. John Darnell is in the center of the field.
We will do the honorary toss tonight for us. Duke, you are the visiting team. This is the head, and that is the tail. That is the head, and that is the tail. What is your call?
Heads.
Heads is the call. Mr. Catfeld,
appreciate it.
Your honor. And it is a tail. It is a tail. You want the football? Which direction you want to kick? Spin this way, please.
Pig East, Prescore, and Washington Bentley are the captains for Ole Miss. So, John Darnell, are you surprised?
Hey, we won a coin toss finally.
I know it finally after
Been a
like
while.
7 straight losses. And we will take the ball. Rebels wearing their red jerseys with a powder blue hat with a white pants. Duke's wearing black pants, white jersey, their royal blue colors with a black helmet with Duke in Old English in blue. Let's finish up Harry's Keys.
Well, Dave, we're going to flip the page there. We just got through talking about this Rebel offense and the things that we got to do to make it happen tonight. Defensively is where we're going to really have a good night. And my first key tonight is the front four. Do they pick up right where they left off, going all the way back to the Mississippi State game, which has been over a month ago? We've got an elite defensive line and help lead the nation in tackles for losses and sacks. This group, they're going to face a steady Blue Devil offensive line, but the Rebel Rushers gets established tonight, new records in all the record books for Ole Miss, and I want to consistently dominate throughout the game. So give me one more great effort tonight in this football game. And my second key is who steps up. We're talking about linebackers. Pooh Paul, he's out, David. He's not here tonight. So does Corey Coleman and Tyler Banks. Do they become impact players along with T.J. Daugherty? They make the linebackers the key tacklers in tonight's game. So we got to have some extra safety position. We lost Yam Banks against Florida. Who steps in on short notice and completes the secondary? I don't want any busted coverages in the back end of this thing. Don't give Duke anything easy. And finally, my last key tonight is I want to get after the quarterback. Henry Beelan steps in for the first time as a starter for the Duke Blue Devils this season. He's attempted one pass. He's completed one pass in the entire 2024 season. This Ole Miss secondary should have a lot of opportunities to get turnovers tonight in the way of interceptions. I want the defensive front to put pressure on Beelan. The Rebel secondary come away with the takeaways, and the Rebel offense will get lots of opportunities. And we've got to talk about our special teams guys. They're both seniors tonight, David, playing in their last game as Rebels. Obviously, I'm talking about Fraser Massin and Caden Davis. So I want every drive that Ole Miss has offensively to end with a kick. Might be an extra point, a field goal, or it might be a punt, but I want it to always end with a kick. And if we take care of that business, we're going to come out here with an 80th victory of the Gator Bowl.
Win number 80. That would be nice to win the 80th Gator Bowl. You know, we're going to talk about some of our players and the accolades they've gotten since the Mississippi State game. We got about half the team going to the Senior Bowl for one thing here, which is a great honor, great opportunity for them to punch a ticket to the next level. Here come the Rebels. Duke's already coming on the field. The Rebels are coming on the field right now. Countdown to kickoff has been brought to you by Guarantee Bank, proud to support Ole Miss. Whether you're on campus or in the stands, Guarantee Bank has your financial game plan covered. Visit Guarantee Bank today and hotty toddy. We're going to take a station ID. We'll pause 10 seconds for that. And right after that, we'll get Dan to give us the final score on North Carolina, Georgia as well. We pause 10 seconds on the Ole Miss Radio Network.
As DK alluded to, the final, it is final in New Orleans, has been for almost 30 minutes now. Notre Dame getting a 23-10 victory over Georgia in the Sugar Bowl. Notre Dame will meet Penn State in the other semifinal, that one from Miami in the Orange Bowl. And another note to now make, with that loss, no conference champions remaining. Our game will see Ole Miss take on Duke. Here's DK and Harry.
Thank you, Dan. I was basically thinking you were in North Carolina, so I said North Carolina, but good win for Notre Dame. And, hey, our thoughts and prayers obviously are with the folks in New Orleans who lost some loved ones. What a tragic, horrible situation there, and they had to postpone the Sugar Bowl for a whole day, and they decided to move it up earlier and let us slide back for 30 minutes to get both of these games back-to-back on ESPN. So,
David, I heard a rumor today. Hope it's not true that there was possibly an Ole Miss student involved in that, and I hope that's strictly a rumor. I don't know. Nobody knows that officially. They haven't released any names, but I did hear that rumor floating around the hotel. Let's hope that's not true.
Well, nonetheless, it was a terrible, tragic situation.
Yes, it was.
We trust our folks to figure it out and take care of their business. Cosme Salas will kick off for Duke. He wears number 39 as a freshman from Miami, Florida. Just took over the kickoff duties for Duke here recently. He's got 16 kicks, 8 touchbacks. Duke will go left to right. Ole Miss will go right to left. And back to receive for Ole Miss will be Dominique Thomas and also number 4, Micah Davis. And Micah has talked about entering the transfer portal, but he is playing in this game tonight, Harry. It's a different world we live in, right?
It is, David. We got several guys that have opted to the transfer portal, but they are here. We alluded to the ones that are not. There's not many of those, so we're really full tilt boogie tonight. Trey Harris will be our only injury there on the offensive side that had not played a lot all season. But
and Trey arrived here last night. He has made the trip to be here. We're going to try to see if we can visit with him if he's willing to talk to us during the game. He can't play, but gosh, what a great career he had at Ole Miss.
Yes, 2 years all SEC type receiver. David set the record this year with over 1,000 yards of receiving yards in the season.
And no telling, John Darnell, what he would have had he stayed healthy the entire year.
Yeah, that's right. He was shattering all the records early in the season, and just had that bad injury and just could never get well at the end of the season.
Salas is ready to kick, ready to play some football. Small crowd on hand here at the Gator Bowl at Everbank Stadium. The Rebels on this near side, though, got a good-looking bunch.
Crowd. Yeah,
on this side, but overall, not a huge crowd.
Long way from capacity, that's for sure.
Salas is ready to kick. We got our entire band here. We got to hear them warm up earlier here tonight. There's a kick. It's a line drive kick to the end zone. Micah Davis is going to let it go through, and Ole Miss will start at the 25-yard line, 1st and 10.
Yeah, never got over about 10 feet high, David. That was strictly a one-iron. He kicked that one off. Didn't hit it very well, but he hit it deep, and it just sailed right out of the back of the end zone. So the Rebels are going to have the football to start the 80th Gator Bowl.
And Daquan Wright is going to start with a 2 tight end set, the junior from Perry, Georgia, instead of Wells. And it looks like Jeremy James is starting this game, too. The senior from Cumming, Georgia, will be on the offensive line as well. The starters we gave you for Duke's defense are correct. Wide right will go Watkins and Lee. 2 tight ends are on the left-hand side. The ball toward the right hash for Jackson Dart. The starting running back is Ulysses Bentley, the senior from Houston, Texas. They fake it to him. Dart wants to throw, steps up in the pocket, takes off running, and he will get to about the 29 before he's knocked off his feet by Alex Howard, the weak side linebacker. So a 4-yard gain will be 2nd down and 6.
Yeah, Dave, we talked about how many chances Duke's defense is going to take. You saw right there they had 7 in the box, brought the linebacker, so the Rebel offensive line will be tasked all night.
From the left-hand hash, the handoff is to Bentley off the right side. He runs into his own guy and then is tackled at the 30, gain of only 1. 3rd and 5 for the Rebels. It's Vincent Anthony, the defensive end, that got him on the ground. That's a big stick there.
Yeah, big 3rd down conversion here to start this contest. The Rebels certainly would like to pick it up, continue this drive.
Jeremy James is playing the right guard for Ole Miss. 3rd down and 5 from the 30-yard line for the Rebels. Ball in the middle field. 4-man rush for Duke. Dart underneath gets it a pre-score, and he's short of the 1st down. Ran a hitch route short of the line to make and got tackled immediately at the 34. So a 4-yard gain. It'll be 4th down and 1 for the Rebels. Nicholas and Bergeron, the 2 linebackers, made sure he didn't get the mark. Rebels lining up to go for it. Ole Miss is 16 of 27 on 4th downs, 59%. J.J. Pegues has come into the game in the backfield to give us that big guy back to the Rebels. They're going for it. Can they do it? Mid-South Ag Equipment sponsors 4th down attempts. And there's the give to Piggies off the left side. Did he just take the snap? I think it was direct snap.
He did.
Direct snap. He gets across the 40 to 41 and will gain 7 7 on the play. He only needed 1 here.
That's what we like to see out of big number 38. He's got the Chucky Mullins jersey on tonight, David, but just straight ahead and plowing right through a couple defenders and ran over the last one to pick up the first.
Hey, last game of the year.
Yes.
What do you think? Keep going. Trips to the right for Ole Miss. Ball on the left hash. 1st and 10 to the 41. Dart fakes handoff. Keeps it. Runs straight up the middle. He's across the 45 to the 46-yard line. Maybe to 47. A gain of 6. 2nd down and 4. David Anderson, backup nose tackle from Hampton, Virginia. They've switched their linemen. Reese Watson, Anderson, and Ryan now across the front. And Nicholas combined on that stop. Now in for Ole Miss is Juice Wells, first time. In for Prescorn. There's the snap on 2nd down and 4, and Dart's going to sling it at the feet of Daquan Wright. He could have run for some yards.
Yes.
It looked like J.D. decided to throw it and threw it at his feet.
Yeah, almost like a throwaway right there, but they continue to give us pressure, and Dart's stepping up in the pocket, doing a good job of stepping up in the pocket. They're just doing a good job of stopping him before a big gain.
So 3rd down for the Rebels, 3rd and 4 from the 47. Back to throw. Dart out route's going to be caught, and a 1st down will be converted by Caden Lee. Caden Lee has had one of the quietest, best years of any receiver we have ever had. The young man's had a great year to the 46. That's a 7-yard gain.
Mr. Consistent, David. Sophomore season's been terrific for Caden Lee.
And Rebels get a 1st down. 1st down is brought to you by Cadence Bank. We've gotten a couple in this series. Dart to throw. He's hit as he fires it downfield. It's caught by the tight end right at the 20. He gets down to the 16-yard line. Another Cadence Bank 1st down. Stinson on the tackle.
Beautiful job by Jackson Dart, David. He stood in there. Blitz was coming right in his face. He just lofted it downfield at Daquan Wright, right over the defender. Great catch by big number 8.
About 30 yards there for Wright. Rebels down in the green zone. Quick hitter out to Caden Lee. Lee with a little bit of room, but not a ton as the Rebels get into the green zone. We remind you that is presented by our friends at Wade Incorporated. Visit them online at wadeinc.com. Want to score here in the green zone. This will be spotted at the 13, so it's a 3-yard gain, 2nd and 7 for the Rebels. The tackle was by Stinson, the Rover. Ready again, and tripped is Jackson Dart as he was run a quarterback draw. Ryan Smith got hand on him. He actually loses a yard back to the 14, so 3rd and 8.
Yeah, he was going to definitely have that quarterback draw. The Rebels like to open that thing up right through the middle, but a good job by number 40 just getting a hand on his foot, David, and tripping him up. Got passed by a block of one of the offensive linemen.
Opening drive of the game, 11:07 to go in the first quarter. The Rebels faced with a 3rd down and 8 from the Duke 14-yard line. Long back is Bentley. 2 receivers to the left. You got Wells and Wright. Watkins is wide to the right, but he's real tight to the right tight end there. Bulow.
Running out of time. Play clock.
Play clock easing down. Now he's going to have to call a timeout. Jackson Dart was looking to the sidelines. I think we're trying to change the play, and we got a timeout on the field.
Timeout.
Well, the Rebels will talk about it. We'll take a break as well. With 10:44 to go in the first quarter, no score between Ole Miss and Duke, but the Rebels are threatening on the Ole Miss Radio Network.
The Grove Collective is here to support, elevate, and protect the well-being of all our student-athletes through a wide range of NIL opportunities and initiatives. The Collective is designed to deliver a best-in-class NIL experience, worthy of the student-athletes who give their all for Ole Miss. Visit thegrovecollective.com and learn more about the premium access and experiences the platform provides for our members, corporate partners, and our athletes. To support all Ole Miss athletes and their NIL platforms, please visit thegrovecollective.com and become a member.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. Let's huddle up and make things happen with the only cards for the Grove. The Ole Miss Regions Visa Debit Card and Prepaid Regions Now Card. They're a win for your wallet and a big hottie toddy, whether you're purchasing stuff for game day or every day. Want to go all in on confidently showing your Ole Miss pride? Order your card now at regions.com/Go Rebels. Regions, official bank of the SEC. Member FDIC. Terms, conditions, and fees apply.
In the end zone, touchdown!
Ole Miss, Duke. This is the 2025 Gator Bowl on the Ole Miss Sports Network from Learfield.
Hey, so what's a great way to spread awareness that driving high is illegal everywhere? A catchy song, of course.
You can run, or you can't drive high. You can run, or you can't drive high.
Friendly reminder, don't drive different, you drive different. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Are you prepared for an emergency or disaster? Because it's not a matter of if, but when. Don't find yourself saying,
when the storm rolls in, my time to find a pet-friendly evacuation center will have run out.
The scorching heat wave will leave me powerless to cool my insulin.
I'll face a hurricane without meds. Now that's a tough pill to swallow.
Let's prepare so we all have a better story to tell. Get started at ready.gov/older adults. Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
You can walk in the footsteps of a literary legend, savor a meal at an award-winning restaurant, or end the night in style. Oxford isn't just a charming southern town. It's a place to discover your story. Plan your visit at visitoxfordms.com. And we always like to say, we get to live there.
Absolutely.
Ole Miss is at the 14, really just inside the 15-yard line of the Duke Blue Devils. 1 of 2 on third downs, 1 of 1 on fourth downs. This will be a 3rd down and 8 play for the Rebels here.
Yes, it will, David. We're getting a lot of pressure. As we talked about pregame, Duke is going to bring linebackers and pressure, man up. But you see now that their corners are backed off 6 and 8 yards. But, we need to pick up a long 7 to pick this first down up. So we'll see what we do.
2 backs in the backfield for Ole Miss. Bentley, and now sliding out of there is Lee. And now sliding back. Let's see. Dart's looking to the sidelines again. He's got Wright and Wells wide to the left. Watkins is wide right, but really close to the tackle. There's the snap. Dart wants to throw, swings it out, far side, caught by Lee, and he is hammered at the 10-yard line. What a stick by number 4, Cameron Bergeron, as he really popped him pretty good. He'll be shy of the first down at the 9. That's a 5-yard gain. It's 4th down and 3. Kamari Robinson, the junior from Miramar, Florida, backup cornerback in there on that lick, too. That was an impressive hit. Looks like that the Rebels are going to try a field goal here.
Yeah, maybe even fake a field goal, Dave. We've got to spread out the old whatever you want to call this formation, but we'll see how it works out.
Caden Davis is the quarterback standing in and there's the snap, and he's going to run to his right, throws it toward the end zone, intercepted. And now Duke will take it the other way out of the end zone. They get it to the 30, to the 35. Moore still on his feet. He's deep into Rebel territory and all the way down the 41. Got a little cute there, and that did not pay off for the Rebels.
No, you should have just thrown that away. He threw it in the end zone. It was a ball that anyone back there could count, especially Duke. Moore, their safety, who had 3 picks on the season, picked it up and could not get him down until he got back into Rebel territory. That's a big break and turnaround for the Duke Blue
He caught it
Devils.
in the end zone and brought it out, had a great return. Bulow ends up making the tackle, the right tackle, all the way to the Ole Miss 41. That was a 59-yard return on the interception.
Yeah, not exactly how you want to end that drive, David. I wanted a kick where it'd be a field goal, but the Rebels got cute. We had that spread open setup that we have looked at before but never tried it. But we tried there and it did not work.
Now Duke's time offensively. Their halfback's going to throw it down the near sidelines, overshoots everybody, way overshot. So they're trying a little trickeration. Well, you got a quarterback's only thrown 1 pass, so let Jordan Moore, your wide receiver, fire it down there. But it was way overthrown, incomplete, 2nd and 2.
Yeah, set up by the jet sweep there to Moore. He just simply took the pitch from the quarterback, Beelan, and tried it, but no success.
Isaiah Hamilton's playing cornerback on the right side as well for the Rebels. 2nd and 10 for the Ole Miss 41 for Duke. Left hash. Beelan, your quarterback, in a gun formation. Fakes the handoff. Sprints out to his right. Looks to throw. Downfield. It's going to be caught on a great effort there by Paincold. He was hit as the ball got there by Lewis Moore, but he was able to hold on to it at the 32-yard line. About a half a yard shy of the first down. About a 9-yard gain. So 3rd down, about a half a yard for Duke. Fake on the handoff, slant route, threw it at the feet and behind the intended receiver, and that was intended for Jordan Moore, and Isaiah Hamilton was there to break that up, but that was not a real good throw.
No, that looked like a rookie throw for sure. David Beelan, who we've talked about, has had no game experience this entire season, really threw a bit poor pass.
4th and 1 from the 32 now for Duke. And it looks like the Blue Devils will go for it from the right hash. No score, 9:20 to go in the first quarter. There's a snap, fakes the toss, pressure up the middle.
Breland runs to his right, sets and fires down the sideline. It's going to be incomplete. He was out of bounds. And it was intended for Jaquez Moore, the running back. And
Rebels hold.
Pretty good coverage there by the Rebels. Ivy and Nolan. It was Lewis Moore. And so the Rebels will take over. And we got another timeout. So both teams doing some fun stuff, but no score with 9:12 to go in the first quarter on the Ole Miss Radio Network.
Oxford, Mississippi has been touted as the cultural mecca of the South, with good reason. Stay in one of Oxford's boutique hotels and spend your day browsing shops around the square, or stop in at Roanoke, the home of Nobel Prize-winning author William Faulkner. At night, enjoy one of the many acclaimed restaurants, have a cocktail on a balcony overlooking downtown, or step into a speakeasy for a cozier vibe. Whatever your craving is, Oxford has it. Go to visitoxfordms.com for more information.
The Walk of Champions, built brick by brick, earned season after season. When you pass through its arch, you become a part of Ole Miss history and emerge with the fighting spirit of a rebel. Ford knows that strong traditions start with leadership, like Ford F-Series, America's best-selling trucks 47 years straight. Drive F-150, official truck of the Rebels, only at your Mississippi Ford dealer, based on 1977 to 2023 total sales.
This is the 2025 Gator Bowl.
The Rebels score! Touchdown! Ole Miss!
On the Ole Miss Sports Network from Learfield.
This is your captain. We are going to be experiencing some slight turbulence. Please fasten your... Oh, hold on. Just got a video of my cat.
Imagine the pilot of an airplane was as confident as you are texting and driving. Seems kind of crazy when you put it like that.
Visit StopTextsStopWrecks.org. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
Comes to a gun suicide attempt, all it takes is a moment.
Heather and I had an argument just like any other couple. I was lost. I had snapped. I had a gun and I was going to take my own life. Heather helped me realize that there was still a life to live for the better of myself, my family. My weapon is now safely put away.
A moment of crisis can happen to anyone. Store your guns, locked, unloaded, and away from ammo. Hear more safe stories at endfamilyfire.org. Brought to you by Brady and the Ad Council.
No score, 9-12 to go in the first quarter here in the TaxSlayer Gator Bowl in Jacksonville, Florida. The Rebels take over after a failed fourth down effort by Duke at the Rebel 32-yard line. The Rebels Can Do comes in red. Fourth downs are sponsored by Mid-South Ag Equipment, your North Mississippi Case IH equipment dealer. Getting the job done starts with choosing the right red tractor. Let Mid-South Ag Equipment help find the right red tractor for your operation, with locations in Byhalia, Tunica, Clarksdale, and Sumner, or visit them online at midsouthag.com, because Can Do comes in red. Both teams have tried the fourth down thing, that's for sure. Jackson Dart now has passed Jordan Teamu's single-season passing yards for number 2. 3,918 was Jordan, and Jackson's at 3,922. Chad Kelly had 4,042, and Jackson could possibly knock that one out here in a little bit as well. Ball's on the 32-yard line near hash. Lee and Watkins will go wide right. Wells will come wide left for Ole Miss. Prescorn's a tight end left, standing actually behind Wright, who's tight end left as well. On the line of scrimmage, he flip-flops Bentley to his left shoulder. Handoffs to Bentley. Bentley's got a little bit of an opening. He's to the 35, to the 40. He's to the 45, lowers his head. He's to midfield. Good run there by the Rebels, about an 18-yard game. Deshaun Stone, Rover, redshirt freshman from Asheville, North Carolina. Deshaun Stone on the tackle.
What's that old saying, David? Speed kills. Obviously, Ulysses Bentley hit that outside run and cut it upfield, and the Blue Devils took a bit to run him down.
1st and 10 for the Rebels from the 50-yard line. Play action here for Dart. He's going to fire it on a deep out far side. He's got Prescorn. Did he hold on to it?
No, he did not.
The ball popped out. Rebels did get another Cadiz Bank first down prior to that play. Trey Freeman was covering there, the weak side linebacker. You got what you wanted, Harry.
Yes.
Tight end on linebacker.
That's what you wanted. Prescorn running a deep corner route and had him beat momentarily, and then the linebacker caught up with him.
2nd down and 10 for Ole Miss from the 50-yard line. So we mentioned no score in the game, 8:39 to go in the first quarter. Play action, Dart wants to throw again. Over the middle, he's got Prescorn. Prescorn with the catch. He gets hammered
Duke is going to bring it now. They will hit you. That's a Manny Diaz trait for sure. Stone hit him hard, but Prescorn holds on to it at the 32-yard line. Harry, he'll pick up 18 and another Rebel first down.
And great blocking there, David. Jackson Dart, plenty of time to survey the field. The pressure had been coming earlier, but he had plenty of time this time.
Ball on the right hash of the 32 of Duke. Fake to Bentley. Slant route. Caught by Wells. Wells is racing toward the end zone. He's in there. Touchdown, Ole Miss.
Yeah, that's exactly what dialed up, David. Had man coverage, and Juice Wells just on the slant route just ran away from the corner on this side of the field. Everybody else playing man. Nobody could get to Juice as he turned on the Jets.
32-yard run there. Pickett couldn't stay with him. Good call there, John Darnell. I like that better than the fake field goal thing a moment ago. What do you think?
Yeah, we need to throw that one out of the playbook for sure. But good play action right there. You saw what the play to Bentley did, the good run.
Yes.
With the works with the play action. You got to have a good running game to play action to work well, and that's what happened right there on that last play. Throw the backside slant off the play action to the right. Caden's
actually going to kick the PAT. He kicks it through, and it's good. Caden Davis, the senior from Coppell, Texas. Snapper Carter Short, and the holder is Charlie Pollock, and they executed that one well. The Rebels lead 7-0 with 8:07 to go in the first quarter. 4 plays, 68 yards, and a $105. 32-yard strike from Dart to Wells for the TD. We'll take a break on the Ole Miss Radio Network.
Hey, Rebel fans. Got a house hotter than a Mississippi summer or pipes colder than your team's rival? It's time to call Air South Cooling, Heating, Plumbing, and Electrical. Whether it's cooling you down, heating you up, fixing those leaky pipes, or keeping your lights on, Air South's got your back. We're the champions of home comfort, just like your Rebels on the field. Call Air South Cooling, Heating, Plumbing, and Electrical today, where your home is our home field. Call Air South now at 662-304-8412. Air South, we care more.
Dad!
Yeah, buddy. Cough medicine on the way. How do you do it? How do you handle a fever of 102? Working from home on a big presentation.
Han, did you book the plane tickets?
Yep, on it. And that upcoming trip to the in-laws. We have no idea. But with C Spire Fiber, you've got up to 40 times faster home internet with the bandwidth to handle your bandwidth. C Spire. Inspired by you.
You're listening to Ole Miss Football on the Ole Miss Sports Network from Learfield.
You say you'd never give in to a meltdown and never fill your feed with kid photos. You say you'd never put a pacifier in your mouth to clean it and never let them run wild through the grocery store. So when you say you'd never let them get into a car without you there, no, it can happen. 1 in 4 hot car deaths happen when a kid gets into an unlocked car and can't get out. Never happens. Before you leave the car, always stop, look, lock. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
The possibility of lung cancer can be pretty scary, especially if you're one of approximately 8 million current or former smokers at high risk. That's why SaveByTheScan.org wants you to know that now there's a breakthrough low-dose CT scan that can detect lung cancer early, and it only takes 60 seconds. You stop smoking, now start screening. For an easy quiz to see if you're eligible, visit SaveByTheScan.org. It could save your life.
SaveByTheScan.org is brought to you by the American Lung Association's Lung Force Initiative and the Ad Council.
Welcome back to Jacksonville, Florida. The Rebels get the touchdown. Touchdowns tonight presented by our friends at Trustmark Bank. Don't stop thinking about tomorrow. When you have a bank you can trust, you have the confidence to take on tomorrow. Trustmark, people you trust, advice that works. Member FDIC. And it was Juice Wells who hauled it in. His 6th touchdown this year for the Rebels. His 34th career. Of course, he came in here from South Carolina. But 34 career touchdowns now for Juice.
Yeah, Juice had a really good start to the 24th season for the Rebels. Kind of tailed off towards the end, but right there picked it back up, David. Slant route, turned on the Jets, and he was in the end zone before.
Caden Davis to kick, and this is going to go into the end zone. Davis, 87 kicks, 75 touchbacks for the Rebels this year, 86.2%. Harry, when you look at it, career-wise now, Davis, 357 kicks, 302 touchbacks, 84.6%. He'll be in the Senior Bowl.
He will be in the Senior Bowl. I predict he'll be in the NFL one day. Tremendous leg. Can you imagine kicking off 380-something times?
Amazing.
That's a lot of scoring by somebody, including the Rebels.
Dart is 7 of 9, 97 yards and a touchdown, 3 rushes for 9 yards are the numbers for Dart. Right now, Duke's got the ball at the 25-yard line. And there's a fake and a quick toss to the tight end, caught here on the near side by Taylor, a little out route. And Taylor ends up getting only a yard. It'll be 2nd down and 9. Trey Washington on the tackle. We've got Princely Ellen in for the first time, the senior from Austin, Texas, transfer from Florida for the Rebels. He's got 13 TFLs, second on the team, 10.5 sacks, tied to the team lead, 9 quarterback hurries. Is best on the team as well, as Princely's in the game. From the 26-yard line right hash, 2nd down 9 for the Duke Blue Devils. Beelan checks the defensive front, takes the snap. 4-man rush. He's in the pocket. He's hit as he lets it fly down the far sidelines. Got a man, but overshoots Eli Paincold. Paincold had a step down the sidelines on Hamilton, but had to rush that throw, and he threw it long. It'll be 3rd down.
Yes, he did, David. Pressure, absolutely. You wondered what Duke was going to do to kind of ease Beelan into the game, having no experience. But the Rebel defensive front absolutely hurt him up there.
Coleman and Ivy got there about the same time. Pressure makes it tough on a quarterback, doesn't it, J.D.?
Yeah, that's right. They were playing without 2 guys, normal guys in the secondary tonight. Kennedy is out. Also, Yam Banks. Got some young guys back there.
There's a toss pitch running to the left and trying to get to the edge, but tackled at the 28-yard line is 14. And that is Quayshawn Brown. He's a backup wide receiver, redshirt freshman from Winston-Salem, North Carolina, where our man Dan Kortz is right now in our studio. 37 catches, 394 yards, 2 touchdowns. He's a speedster, but couldn't get to the edges. He's run down by Washington and Saunders, and that's a 2-yard gain. It's 4th and 7.
Yeah, anytime you get an offense trying to go lateral, David, with this Ole Miss defense, great speed on the Rebel defense, just simply cannot get around the corner. Good open field tackling.
Cade Reynoldson will punt it away. He's a freshman from where? Australia. Aren't they all? Here's the end-over-end
short kick.
He's a freshman All-American. In fact, had a great year. This is a short kick. Touched around the 34-yard line by Duke. His average, 43.8. His longest kick, 63. The Rebels will take over. Micah Davis was back to receive this. They'll spot this at the 34-yard line, so that ends up being only a 38-yard kick.
Yeah, great field position for the Rebel offense to come back on after the score. Got a good stop there, 3 and out from Duke, and good pressure on the long pass, and they tried to go wide with a speed sweep, and that just did not work whatsoever. Rebel defense will ran them down.
7-0 Ole Miss lead, 6:31 to go first quarter. We're going to see Logan Diggs, a senior transfer from Butte, Louisiana, who transferred in from LSU, been dealing with an injury. He's healthy, and he is in the backfield. Now he's not. He goes in motion to give him an empty set. Dart's going to swing a pass out to him far side, makes the catch at the 30, up to the 35, to the 40, to the 41 goes Diggs. And great to see him out there, Harry. 7-yard gain, 2nd and 3. He's tackled by Bergeron.
It's 7-yard gain on the very first carry ever as an Ole Miss running back. Obviously, it was a pass out of the backfield, but a good job of getting it upfield.
He still gets the year. This game doesn't count against freshmen or people that have been out. There's a pass near side to Lee, but it was in the dirt. Low throw by Dart, a hopper, so that'll be incomplete. It'll be 3rd and 3.
Yeah, he was redshirted. Talking about Logan Diggs, right? He was redshirted throughout this 24 season, rehabbing to try to get well, and he has. And this is our first time to be able to see him as a Rebel.
He gets a nice round of applause as he leaves the game, and Bentley checks back in for Ole Miss. 6:08 to go, first quarter. Ole Miss 7, Duke nothing. The Rebels are faced with a 3rd down and 3 from the 41-yard line of Ole Miss. Trips to the right, kind of a bunch set with 3 receivers. Quick pass over there, setting up a screen. It's going to be caught, and up to the 44-yard line is Caden Lee for first down. Had blockers in front of him. Prescorn was one of those guys. I believe Watkins was the other.
Good
Nicholas
blocking.
and Stinson made the tackle. Nice blocking. They spotted at the 45, so a 4-yard gain, and the Rebels will move the chains and pick up a first down, pick up another Cadence Bank first down. Ready again, quick snap. Dart wants to throw, zips one, a hitch route, caught by Watkins on the far sideline at the 40 and 41, and he goes out of bounds immediately. And that'll be a pickup of about 14.
Yeah, David, this defense of Duke is predicated on getting pressure on the quarterback. Right now, Jackson Dart really comfortable in that pocket, and they're playing man in the secondary, and the Rebel receivers are really having a good time with that.
Stinson on the tackle, but he couldn't keep Watkins from getting the first down, so the Rebels have the first down at the 41 of Duke. Moving the ball, clock running with 5:17 to go here in the first quarter. Ole Miss 7, Duke nothing. Two receivers wide out to the left. You got Lee and the big tight end, Daquan Wright. Two receivers to the right as well. One is Prescorn in the slot. He comes in motion and sets up as a blocker in the middle, and Bentley on the handoff follows him up the middle, gets across the 40 down to the 38, so a 3-yard gain. It'll be 2nd and 7. Wesley Williams, they call that position the Viper, and he's had a fantastic year for the Blue Devils, makes the tackle there. 2nd down and 7.
Yeah, but quick hitter, and you got to keep running the football, David, to make them absolutely respect play action.
Ball on the right hash, two receivers wide left. Lee and Watkins hand off to Bentley off the right side, cuts it downfield, gets to the 30, and down to the 27-yard line is Bentley for another first down. Great cut back there, John.
It's just stretch play to their Duke sideline. He read the blocks well and just made a good cut and shows that quickness.
To the 27-yard line, that's a pickup of 11. Now ready to throw again, Dart in the pocket. Fires it far side on the hitch route, caught at the 20, and that's Bentley who makes that catch, and he gets close to another first down here around the 17-yard line.
Yeah, they did. They had 5 wide. David Bentley was absolutely almost on the Duke sideline, and they just lost him over there. Jackson Dart fired it over there. It was kind of a low. He had to go down and get it, and he tripped as he went forward, but his second very short.
Yeah, about a half a yard. Just outside the 17-yard line. 2nd down for Ole Miss. Bentley again up the middle. He's hammered as he gets close to the first down. He's stuck by the linebacker and driven back by number 12, Trey Freeman. Freeman's from Durham, North Carolina.
I thought they said yes, first down.
Okay, I was going to say it's across the line.
It took him a bit, but yes, we got the chains moved.
So first down, 5 wides here for Ole Miss. Nobody in the backfield with Jackson Dart. 1st and 10 as the Rebels again are in the green zone, presented by Wade Incorporated. Find them at wadeinc.com. Back to throw. Dart swings it out far side. He's got Bentley with some room to run. He's inside the 15, the 10. Dropped around the 9-yard line. A little swing route. I don't know, John, if that's a safety valve or what, but he was wide open over there.
Yeah, I think Dart wanted to go down the middle of the field. They covered it, and he just took his safety valve over there, which was Bentley. And Bentley's had a nice drive right here.
Down to the 8-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 1. There's a quick hitter over the far side to Caden Lee, and Lee runs it down to the 1-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal for Ole Miss. Another first down there.
Yeah, Rebels had numbers out there, David. They had 3 receivers, only 2 defenders, and the 2 up receivers really good job of blocking. And then Caden Lee caught it and rushed it right down to the goal line.
7-yard pickup for Lee after the catch and run. Johnson on the tackle. Handoff left side. Punching it into the end zone. Ulysses Bentley. Touchdown, Ole Miss.
Yeah, quick hitter right up between in the A gap, David, between the center and the guard. Bentley hit it really quickly, was in the end zone before anybody even got a hand on him. Good drive by the Rebels. 4th
touchdown of the year for Ulysses Bentley, the 4th, the transfer from SMU. Caden Davis now will attempt the point after attempt. And the Rebels go up 13-0 with 2:29 to go here in the first quarter. PAT pending for Davis.
That's the Bentley we've been looking for a bit, isn't it?
No doubt. And they used him in a lot of different ways here.
Yes, they did.
On this drive. Point after for Caden Davis is on its way and good. And the Rebels lead 14-0. Touchdowns presented by friends at Trustmark. Don't stop investing in your future. Save for education or plan for an early retirement. For generations, Trustmark has helped people live their dreams. Let them help you. Trustmark, people you trust, advice that works. Wealth management is a division of Trustmark. And that's the 2nd Trustmark Bank touchdown for the Rebels in the game. This one, 11 plays, 66 yards, 4 minutes and 2 seconds with a 1-yard dive by Ulysses Bentley.
And you got a chance to see several different aspects of Ulysses Bentley, David. You got to see him as, it lowers that head and run hard, and you got to see him plant the right foot, carry it upfield, and as a receiver. So he checked all the boxes on that particular drive, but we're glad he got it in the end zone.
John, what did you think about that drive? Pretty impressive, huh?
Yeah, it was. And just like Harry said, using these backs a lot of different ways. Diggs goes in the first play, and we throw it out there to him. He gains 7 yards. And Dart's doing a great job of finding the open guy. Not throwing it to the cover receiver, but finding the open receiver and making a good throw.
Johnny looked like a veteran quarterback, doesn't he?
He does, making good decisions tonight. And they give you a lot of looks. They show blitz and back out of it. And
here's Caden Davis's kickoff. It's short, and it will be returned here by Duke to the 20. It'll be 5 yards short to get to the 25. But Peyton Jones, you got to try that one because you don't get many opportunities against Caden, but hit that one short, and Jones is dropped at the 20. Tyler Banks, the junior from Blackstone, Virginia, on the tackle. Now we got a flag that flies as well. Personal foul, possibly. Ole Miss, 199 yards on 27 plays. Duke, 12 yards on 7 plays so far in the game.
After the play was over, there was 2 unsportsmanlike penalties, 1 against each team. Ole Miss, number 29, number 7.
Nick Cole.
Those penalties offset.
Javon Harvey for
That's
Duke.
their first unsportsmanlike penalties of the ball game towards disqualification.
You know, we got a Big Ten crew here. That's why they sound,
sound like they're from
They have no
Michigan.
accents, right? Sound like they're from Michigan. Did I really just say that? I did.
You did.
Okay. First down for Duke at the 20-yard line. Akilo Stone is in, the senior from Savannah, Georgia, along with Jamarius Brown from Moss Point. Xavier Harris from Canton, so different defensive linemen for the Rebels. First down of the 20. Beeland's going to hand it off, and they get a little bit of a push to the 21, maybe the 22, Jaquez Moore. Jaquez Moore is a senior from Live Oak, Florida, and he has 23 carries, 76 yards, and a TD. Of course, they're missing their main running back. Brown and Harris combined on that stop. 2-yard gain to 22. It'll be second down and 8.
Yeah, Brown and Harris is the future inside, David. So take a long look tonight. These two guys have got a bright future for the Rebels, and they'll be the starting tackles probably next year on that defensive front.
Brandon Turnage is in, too, the senior from Oxford, Mississippi, Lafayette High School grad. Transferred from Bama, Tennessee before that. Feeling to throw, and he's got a pass complete on a hitch route to the 30 between the far hash and the sidelines, and turning and getting downfield. Upfield is Payne Cole. Nice catch and run, and there comes another late flag. We'll see what that's all about.
Yeah, number 4. Pinko just punched one of our guys in the face mask.
Graves on the tackle. It would be enough for a first down for Duke, but then we got some post-whistle activity. Out to the 40.
The result of the play is a first down. After the play was over on sportsmanlike conduct, offense number 4 for taunting. 15-yard penalty, it's still first down.
So Payne Cole with an 18-yard catch and a first down, but then the silly taunting penalty, if you will. Taunting. Do the SEC officials call that ever? Once in a blue moon?
Occasionally. You know what it looks like, David? I don't want to be taken up for the guy. It looked like he was going to turn around and throw out the first down, and then when he did that, he just happened to hit our guy right in the face mask.
That's what it looked like to me,
That's exactly what it looked like, but he got the flag.
Penalty back to the 25-yard line where Duke will have first down and 10. Got to get to the 35 despite getting the ball really far out there. There's a handoff in the backfield. Oh, nothing doing. Coleman gobbled up Jaquez Moore on that one. That'll be a lost yardage play. The 21, a loss of 4. We got 1:16 to go in a quarter. Clock running. Rebels leading 14-0.
Yeah, run blitz. David Coleman came kind of a delayed blitz, and it blew that handoff up. Really good front guys there. We got Harris, and we got Stone and Walter Nolan. Those guys absolutely stalemated that front right there. Good job of Rebels getting tackled for loss.
Kyrie Coleman, boys, he's been fantastic for the Rebels in his career, too. He's been a starter a lot, not as much some other times, but he's always played hard when he comes in. Play action pass. Beeland runs out to his right as he's flush. He's going to tuck and take off. He'll get to the 25, spins off a tackle and gets to the 29. Nice run. A gain of 8, but that will leave them with a 3rd down and 6. Graves and Washington combine on the stop. Kyrie Coleman, 31.5 tackles for losses in his career coming in. He's been a Rebel the whole time. He earned freshman All-American honors back in 2020. Transferred from TCU. No, Kyrie's been here the whole time.
No, he transferred from TCU.
TCU, that's right.
You're correct.
But he was freshman All-American 2020 at TCU, then came over here, now 31.5 TFLs. We're going to be at the end of the quarter. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second. Duke will have it at the 29 with a 3rd and 6 when we start the second quarter. Ole Miss leads 14-0 on the Ole Miss Radio Network.
Coors Light presents To Chill or Not to Chill. When your friend skips your favorite song on the playlist. End of friendship. Or choose chill because that song lives rent-free in your head anyway. And you're planned ahead by bringing Coors Light to the party. And the sound of that ice-cold can cracking open was music to your ears already. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
This is Jake Mangum for Mississippi Farm Bureau Insurance. One of the most underrated attributes in baseball is determination. It's one thing to want to do something and another altogether to get it done. That's why I love the team at Farm Bureau. They get the job done every single time. If you aren't already on the team, it's time to join Farm Bureau. Visit favrates.com for great rates on home and auto insurance, or find a local agent at msfbins.com. Farm Bureau Insurance. Go with the home team.
In the end zone, touchdown!
Ole Miss, Duke. This is the 2025 Gator Bowl on the Ole Miss Sports Network from Learfield.
I'm a pretty great multitasker. I can wash dishes and do laundry. I can roller skate while walking my dog. I can even order lunch while doing my homework. But I can't use my phone while driving. A distracted driver is one of the leading causes of death in the United States. So when it comes to driving, please, don't be a multitasker.
Don't drive distracted. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
All right, son. Time to put out this campfire.
Dad, we learned about this in school.
Oh, did you now? Okay. What's first?
Smokey Bear said to.
First drown it with a bucket of water, then stir it with a shovel.
Wow, you sound just like him.
Then he said,
if it's still warm, then do it again.
Where can I learn all this?
It's all on SmokeyBear.com with other wildfire prevention tips, because only you can prevent wildfires.
Brought to you by the USDA Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
Nothing. Ole Miss leads Duke as we head to the second quarter of the 80th TaxSlayer Gator Bowl here in Jacksonville, Florida. Beautiful city. We've had a lot of fun here in the area. Been staying at Sawgrass. Harry played that course.
Beautiful, man. It's taxing.
And
I did break 100, though.
John Darnell played with you, and Ryan Rollison, former Rebel pitcher, is a pro pitcher now, was here to play with you guys, too.
Yeah, we had a lot of fun.
Dos Equis, corporate sponsor of the Ole Miss Rebels. Go for Dos. Enjoy Dos Equis responsibly. Well, 3rd down and 6 coming up for Duke. In the first quarter, Ole Miss had 199 yards of total offense on 27 plays, 147 passing, 52 rushing. Duke was held to only 36 yards, 30 passing on 11 plays. Dart is 13 of 16 for 147 yards and a TD. Bentley's got 6 carries, 36 yards, and a TD as well. 11 first downs for Ole Miss in the first quarter, 1 for Duke.
Well, coming into this game, Duke talked about the legs of Beelan, David, that he could really scramble. If you go back to that last play, he really made a play that could have been for a loss, turned into about a 4 or 5 yard gain, but he really bailed Duke out. It should have been tackled for a loss by the Rebels.
Leaving them with a manageable 3rd down and 6 from the 29-yard line as we start the second quarter. Duke now goes right to left from our vantage point. Ole Miss left to right. First play of quarter number 2. Henry Beelan in a gun formation. His running back is Moore off his right shoulder. He's got trips to the left. Here comes pressure. He wants to throw. Zips it near side. Overshoots both receivers who were here. Both receivers complaining about interference. You had Brandon Turnage over there and also Graves. Brandon Turnage at the hotel. We're Lafayette boys, so we got to talk about good old days. But mine are further back than his. But nice to see Turnage getting a chance to play a little bit. Micah Davis is going to go back now to receive this punt, and they will have to punt away as Rendleson will be in punt formation.
Well, it is. Brandon Turnage obviously was highly recruited coming out of Lafayette. Did not sign with the Rebels. Wound up going to Alabama and then Tennessee, and now back with Ole Miss. He came home.
The Rebel defense gets another hold. Rendleson kicks it away. It's a low end-over-end kick. Fair catch called for by Micah Davis, and he'll grab it around the 27-yard line. Hey, I got a note about the Ole Miss student that was injured in the New Year's Day terror attack in Bourbon Street, Parker Vadrine. And the university did release his name. Parker, Baton Rouge native, 2024 graduate of Episcopal High School in critical condition, according to the letter that school officials sent out to families, and we will be praying for him.
Absolutely.
Chancellor did have a statement today, so we wanted to get that information to you, too. That was a 43-yard punt. Rebels turned again offensively at the 28-yard line.
Good hold there by the Rebel defense. Now Jackson Dart back under center, so to speak. See if we can't go down and put some more points on.
One note, too, the guy that got the interception for Duke on the crazy play we threw, Terry Moore, he has been taken to the locker room for Duke. A little injury update for the Duke side. There's Dart, fakes it, keeps it, runs across the 35, the 40, and the Rebel quarterback is knocked off his feet at the 41. He'll have a 13-yard gain and a first down as Robinson trips him up.
Yeah, that's how you run a quarterback draw, David. Set it up like going to pass, and then that parting of the sea up front.
Another Cadence Bank first down for Ole Miss. Jackson Dart has had a fantastic career at Ole Miss, and it's been fun to watch him play. He has declared for the draft. Swings a pass to the near side, and that's going to be caught at the 38, and nothing doing for Bentley. What a great open field tackle by Alex Howard, the weak side linebacker. That was a textbook tackle there, Harry.
Yes, it was, David. Alex Howard been on lots of All-American ACC list, and you can see right there in the open field, I thought Bentley was going to be able to juke him, but Alex Howard simply brought him down for the loss.
2-yard loss to the 39. It'll be 2nd and 12 now for Ole Miss from the Rebel 39. Ball on the right hash, twin receivers left and right. Bentley's off the right shoulder of Dart. Here comes pressure. Dart is in trouble, spun around, and he'll be sacked. They brought the kitchen sink, and getting there first was Bergeron, who spun him around. Boy, they sent them all that time.
Yeah, they did. They loaded up on the Rebel left side. We didn't get the back over to pick him up because there was a backer coming straight up the middle. But that's typical Manny Diaz type defense. We saw that last year in the bowl game against Penn State. That's exactly what you're going to get again tonight, David. Just got to try to bring pressure.
7-yard loss to the 32 on that sack. And the Rebels have 3rd down, about 19 to go for a first down. There's the snap to Dart. Here they come again. Dart's going to try to take off and run to the near side of the 35. He's got some green grass. The 40, 45, midfield, dives for the first down. Did he get it? He's close. I think he did. What a play by Jackson Dart.
Great job. They had 7 in the box and brought them all, David, and Jackson Dart was able to get past the first line, broke out to his right side, and raced it down the Rebel sideline for the first down. Big gain by big number 2.
19 yards for Dart to the 49. Another Cadence Bank first down, and you don't think Dart's worried about anything but just playing hard, trying to get a win for the Rebels. There's the snap, swing route to Bentley to the far side. Bentley gets to the edge and knocked out of bounds around the 47 possibly. Kamari Robinson ran him down. One thing, let's check with John Darnell, field level. It looks like this Duke team has got really good pursuit. They're active toward the ball.
Yeah, they do. And when they make their mind up to bring pressure, they bring it. And you saw that on that long 3rd down. The safety just ran by Dart. He just ran up inside of him, and then they were in man-to-man coverage, and he made a good run for the first down.
Dart fakes it, keeps it, runs again. Left side, he's got the first down inside the 40, the 35-yard line. It was 2nd and 8. And Dart's killing with his legs here, Harry. Stinson and Robinson on the tackle, and the Rebels have it 1st and 10 at the Duke 35 on a 12-yard pickup.
Well, Duke's going to have to back out of all this blitzing, David, because they're running right past Dart. He's just tucking the ball and running right beyond all the pressure.
First down for the Rebels at the 35, leading 14-0 in the game. Swing route near side. That one's batted down. Getting a hand on it was Vincent Anthony, the defensive end. He was trying to swing it out to the near side to Juice Wells, but Anthony batted that one away. 2nd and 10.
That's exactly what happened. Once again, Duke. I have to believe that Duke's secondary is not what they want to have back there, David. They don't think they can cover these Rebel receivers, so they're just going to gamble, bring all the pressure they can, and hopefully disrupt the passing game with Jackson Dart, but he's disrupting them with a run.
Micah Davis has checked in at receiver. First time he's been in at receiver. He's been in as a return man. He came in for Wells. 2nd and 10 for Ole Miss from the Duke 35. There's the snap to Dart. Here comes pressure again. He lobs it. He's got right. Jump ball. Made the catch at the 13 on the sidelines. Kind of a deep out. Dart has been knocked to the ground and is on his back. They're checking on him. He's going to come up slowly, but to the 13-yard line. That was a 22-yard strike. John, sometimes you zip it. Sometimes you just try to get it to your guy.
Yeah, he knew he was running a corner. He just had to get it off. And he backpedaled just long enough, but took a big hit. But what a catch by Daquan Wright to go up and get that ball.
22 yards to Wright. Another first down for Ole Miss, a Cadence Bank first down. We're piling those up. Wesley Williams hit Dart as he let it fly, and the Rebels are in the green zone again. Here's a handoff and stacked up, or as a direct snap to Bentley, and he is tackled at the 16. That's going to be a lost yardage play as, boy, they got some penetration. David Anderson and Preston Watson both got through on that one.
Duke continues to gamble, bringing that pressure up the middle and off the edge, and Rebels have been able to break it a few times right there. Bentley with a direct snap, unable to get away. 2nd
down and 13 for the Rebels from the 16-yard line. Logan Diggs has come back in. Ole Miss in the green zone, presented by Wade Incorporated. Check them out at wadeinc.com. There's the snap, fake on the handoff, Dart in the pocket, lobs it in a crossing route. He's got Prescorn, caught at the 11 and stretches it to the 10, gets about 6 yards out of that, so we got a big 3rd down coming up.
Yeah, great action in the backfield. He brought Jordan Watkins across, faked the speed sweep to him, and then just a delayed tight end across with Prescorn. Big 3rd down conversion.
3rd down and 7 from the 10-yard line. 10 yards for the TD. Ole Miss leading 14-0, 10:06 to go here in quarter number 2. Pickett made that last tackle to keep Prescorn from getting more yardage. Wells will come wide out to the right. You got Watkins over here as well, and Lee. So trips to the right, the wide side of the field. Duke showing blitz. Here they come. Dart looking to throw. He's got time. He's got Watkins caught at the 2-yard line on a corner route. Did he drop it? No, he held on to it.
He said he was juggling when he went out of bounds. They said incomplete.
They called it incomplete.
They did.
Watkins couldn't quite hold on. Let's check with Darnell, who had a field level.
He didn't have it. The defender came up and made a good hit on him, and I think Jackson's just waiting on him to clear the safety right there. Had to wait a little bit too late.
Yeah, it finally hit the ground, in fact. It kind of bounced between his arms on a replay, and that bounced to the ground. Stinson with a good hit there by Duke.
Yeah, it was. It seemed like Jackson should have maybe fired that ball in there, David.
Caden Davis will attempt a field goal from the 18-yard line, a 28-yard effort. He's 5 for 5 inside the 30 on the season. 23 of 28 on the year. It's a little chip shot for him, and the kick is good. 9:43 to go in the 2nd quarter. Ole Miss extends the lead to 17-0 on the Ole Miss Radio Network.
When you share your food, you share your heart. So what's on your table this holiday season? Save on your festive feast at Kroger with delicious deals on all the holiday classics. Or wow the crowd with something new, like a quinoa stuffed butternut squash. It's sure to add a pop of color to your spread. How about a sweet potato casserole with a crunchy oat streusel topping, made with care for the sweet tooth and the savory tooth? With Kroger, fill your table with love and watch as your guests' hearts get as full as their bellies. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Greatness doesn't happen overnight. It takes time, focus, and dedication. At Shelter Insurance, we understand that because we put in the hard work and dedication for decades. And that commitment is paid off with award-winning customer service for your auto, home, and life insurance. Visit shelterinsurance.com and find an agent to help you choose the coverage you need. Shelter Insurance. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
This is the 2025 Gator Bowl.
The Rebels score! Touchdown, Ole Miss!
On the Ole Miss Sports Network from Learfield.
Hi, I'm Ryan Blaney, a third-generation race car driver, and I dedicate a lot of my time going fast. But when my grandpa was diagnosed with Alzheimer's, it was a very unexpected bump in the road for us. It's important to notice if older family members are acting differently or having trouble with routine tasks. Early detection of Alzheimer's can give your family time to explore support services and access available treatments. If you or your family are noticing changes, it could be Alzheimer's. Talk about seeing a doctor together. Visit alz.org/time to talk. A message from the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
Let's ask their parents a lot of questions.
Why can't people fly?
Gravity.
Is the moon really made of cheese?
Yep, cream cheese.
When can I move into a big kid's car seat?
For some questions, parents may not have the answer, but that's okay. They can't know everything, but knowing the right seat for their age and size will help protect them in a car crash. Find out more at nhtsa.gov/the right seat.
Where do babies come from?
Good luck, Dad. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Ole Miss extends the lead to 17-0 here in Jacksonville with 9:43 to go in the 2nd quarter. 12 plays, 61 yards, 5 minutes and 6 seconds. A 28-yard field goal by Davis. And Jackson Dart has become the single-season record holder in passing yards as he now has 4,047 this year, just past Chad Kelly, who had the record at 4,000 42. So congratulations to him. Hey, don't forget the Ford F-150 is the official truck of the Ole Miss Rebels. Ford F-Series, America's best-selling trucks in America for 47 straight years. Visit your local Mid-South Ford dealer or log on to buyfordnow.com. See why the best-selling trucks are built Ford tough. Here's the kick, and that's going to go through the end zone. Another touchback for Caden Davis.
Yeah, just keep piling those stats up. Caden Davis, boom, that one all the way to the back line, David. But on that last drive, you just saw the toughness of Jackson Dart. He really got popped on a pass down the field. Didn't know if he was going to get up or not. Finally jumped right up, went back to the huddle, and kept going.
Jackson has also passed Chad Kelly for total offense in a single season at 4,545 yards. It's 3 yards past Chad Kelly. He's done a lot of that with his leg tonight.
Chad had a good 2015, didn't he?
Yeah, he sure did. From the 25, ball on the left hash, Duke desperately trying to get something going offensively. The yardage difference has been incredible in this game. There's the snap back to Beelan. He's going to hit a hitch route at the 30. Nice catch and run as Jordan Moore turns upfield, gets across the 35 to the 37-yard line. And Lewis Moore's in the air, but he just kind of fell down. That's a 12-yard gain. First down, Duke.
Graves, number 32, the corner was actually covering him, but when Moore turned it back inside, Graves absolutely just missed him. He ran upfield, and Moore was able to get him down.
Pistol formation here for Beelan. He's got Moore as the running back behind him. Got an H-back left, sends a man in motion. It's going to be a fake and a run by Beelan as he runs right, and boy, he was clobbered on the sidelines. Coleman didn't hit him squarely. Graves, I think, was it Coleman? Coleman over on that sidelines. It's going to be a 1-yard gain. That's a hard-earned yard to the 38, 2nd and 9.
Yeah, he definitely paid for that, David. Just a read option, and the quarterback pulled it and kept it. Beelan did, number 3, and he got tagged for 1 yard.
Ole Miss 17, Duke nothing with 8:40 to go in the second quarter, clock running. The Blue Devils will have 2nd down and 9 from the 38-yard line. 2 receivers will come wide out to left, actually 3. They got trips left, and now they'll send one of those in motion, Moore to the far side, which will be the short side of the field. He'll be picked up over there by Turnage. There's the snap. Back to throw. Beelan, he's hit as he swings it near side, incomplete. Good pressure by the Rebels. He tried to get it out to Moore. Jared Ivey was in his face. What a year for Jared Ivey, too. We're going to be watching him play a little NFL ball for a while as well. It's been fun to see him this year. Coaches all SEC third team, 17.5 sacks across Ole Miss and Georgia Tech, and he'll participate in the Senior Bowl as well here.
Yeah, great player that came in here, David. Been that strong side defensive end, and he's been the most steady guy up there in the last 2 seasons. Be a shame to have to lose him, but eventually you run out of eligibility.
3rd down and 9 for Duke from the 38-yard line. Rebels showing blitz. Here they come. Beelan looking to throw. Lets it fly near side. Got his man on an out route at the 49 of Ole Miss. Washington makes the tackle, but Brown ran a good route. The throw was right on target, and they'll get the first down and move the chains. They'll spot it right at the 50, a 12-yard pickup.
Yeah, tip your hat to the young quarterback, Beelan, because he saw the blitz coming right up the middle in his face, and he turned it loose. A nice shot out to the on a deep corner route, and the Blue Devils move those chains.
They got 2 12-yard plays in this drive, and it's been their best offensive drive to this point. 1st and 10 for Duke at midfield. Ball on the left hash. Here comes the blitz again. Beelan looking to throw. He's hit as he flies it over the middle. It's overshot, incomplete to the 15-yard line. Intended for Jordan Moore, but he had to hurry that throw. We had red jerseys back there. Damon Yellen and Ivy and Coleman. It was very difficult for him to be accurate on that throw.
The Rebels brought the house this time, David. We manned up in the secondary, and Beelan just had to turn it loose before he got hit by
They kind of picked it up originally, but then that second wave got in there.
Yeah, that was Ivy and I think maybe Walter Nolan.
2 receivers will go wide right for Duke. One of those is Brown, and the other is Harvey. That's the wide side of the field. 1 receiver wide left. Lone back is Moore. There's the snap. Beelan runs to his right. His linemen don't even move. There's flags down all over the place, and he throws it away on the sidelines as he's tackled way back at the 34. J.J. Pegues was in the backfield. He's the one that actually tackled him on the far sideline.
But it's a free play.
They had offsides on Ole Miss.
Yeah.
On
offside.
Pegues.
Defense number 38 in the neutral zone at the snap.
Yeah, at least the neutral zone.
It's still second down.
I think he was in the backfield at the snap.
Well, and so they had the free play, but didn't really do much with that. So 2nd down and 5 for Duke from the 45 of Ole Miss.
The offensive linemen never got out of their stance.
They stood there.
And normally they would have stopped that play. Don't know why they let it go on. But we do have the Big Ten officials, and Beelan just kind of rushed it out to the right side and knowing he had a free play.
Peyton Jones now is in as a running back. Trips with 3 receivers to the right here, the wide side of the field. Jones, the left side of the quarterback, Beelan. There's a handoff to him. He fakes it, actually, and keeps it. Runs left and has nothing there. Coming up from the corner is Trey Amos to tackle him after a 2-yard gain to 43. So Duke's left, Harry, with a 3rd down and 3.
Yeah, good fake there. It's certainly this defensive end over here. I think Umana Malin bought it. The running back, he chased him around, but the quarterback pulled it. Good tackle from the safety coming up after only a 2-yard gain.
Under 7 minutes to go, clock running. Ball's placed at the 43, so 3rd down and 3 for Duke, with Ole Miss leading 17-0 in the football game. They're in Rebel territory, needing a big play here. Trips to the right. There's the snap. Beelan sprints out to his right, looking downfield, fires it. He's got his man at the 20. Open again is Quayshawn Brown. He's having a good game, and that will give Duke the ball inside the red zone. It's going to be at the 20 or at the 16-yard line, a pickup of 27 yards.
Yeah, nice throw by the young quarterback. When you can't get away from that, just sprint it out, and the Rebels did not do a good job in the secondary. Obviously, number 14.
Lewis Moore made the tackle.
Yeah, was broke away from the coverage, and it's a big pickup inside the red zone.
Down to the 16-yard line, 1st and 10. Duke, obviously, with their best drive, John Darnell. See if we can get a stop inside the red zone, huh?
Yeah, that's right. Quarterback's made some big plays on this drive.
One receiver to the left here. Ball's on the right hash. There's the snap back to Beelan. Here comes pressure again. He's flushed and runs to his left. Looks downfield. Fires in the end zone. Wide open. Touchdown. Right in the middle of the field, Javon Harvey hauls it in, the Virginia native. And Duke has the TD. Well, he felt the pressure, sprinted out to his left, Harry, and threw back against his body right under the goalpost in the middle of the end zone for the TD.
Yeah, that receiver was wide open, David. Not sure who had him covered. He came from the other side of the field. But tip your hat to Beelan. He was a guy that recognized pressure coming up the middle, sprinted away from it, and then just looked into the end zone. You actually thought he was going to continue to run, but he stopped, looked in the back of the end zone. There was the receiver wide open for the touchdown.
And I show that being Harvey's first touchdown of the year. So 17-6, Duke trying to climb back in it with 5:54 to go in the second quarter. And Todd Polino, the junior from Cornelius, North Carolina, will attempt the PAT. The holder is Cade Rendelson, who's also the punter, and Curtis Cooper is the snapper for Duke. Snap back and down, kicks on his way, and the PAT is good. So it's 17-7 Ole Miss with 5:54 to go in the second quarter. Duke goes 8 plays, 75 yards. They found that missing offense. 3 minutes and 49 seconds, 16-yard strike from Beelan to Harvey for the TD. We'll take a break on the Ole Miss Radio Network.
Listen up. Next quarter, we need points on the board and better defense. Johnson, you with me?
Yes, Coach.
What's the difference between your business and your football team?
So next quarter, we need sales on the board and stronger network security. Johnson, you with me? Yes, Coach. Boss.
Your business doesn't stop after fourth quarter. With C-Spire, you've got the technology to win today and stay ahead of what's next. From cloud solutions to cybersecurity. C-Spire, inspired by you.
The Walk of Champions, built brick by brick, earned season after season. When you pass through its arch, you become a part of Ole Miss history and emerge with the fighting spirit of a rebel. Ford knows that strong traditions start with leadership, like Ford F-Series, America's best-selling trucks 47 years straight. Drive F-150, official truck of the Rebels, only at your Mississippi Ford dealer, based on 1977 to 2023 total sales.
This is Ole Miss football from Learfield.
When might you be buzzed? When you suddenly love everything.
You guys, I love this song. I love these nachos. I love our kickball league. Ugh! I love this guy. What's your name? You know what I'd love? A ride when it's time to head out.
If you see a buzzed warning sign, call for a ride when it's time to go home. Buzz driving is drunk driving. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
I love your car. Is this real leather?
When you're high, you feel different. You think different, you talk different, you draw different, you listen to music different, but you probably knew that. Problem is, you also drive different, and not in a good way. That's why driving high is illegal everywhere. So if you're high, just don't drive. Make a plan to get a sober ride. Because if you feel different, you drive different. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Has cut the lead to 10, 17-7 now. Ole Miss with 5:54 to go in the second quarter. Beelin's now 8 of 14, 97 yards. 67 of them have come on this drive we just watched. One touchdown, of course, that on this drive as well. Oxford is home to literary legends, chef-driven menus, Southern classics done right, more than just effortless charm. Oxford is a place to inspire your story. Start planning at visitoxfordms.com. We owe you a station ID. Let's pause 10 seconds on the Ole Miss Radio Network. Micah Davis back to receive this kick along with Dominique Thomas, and Cosme Salas is ready to kick it away for Duke, as Duke feels like now, hey, got to score. Let's see if we can keep chopping wood, so to speak. Receiver was wide open in the end zone here.
Yeah, he was, David. I think we'd manned up in the backside of that defense, and John Saunders let his guy go. That wound up being the gentleman who caught the football in the back of the end zone. So a little busted coverage there by the Rebel secondary. Got a couple guys that are playing different positions back there tonight, so we've got to shore that up as the game progresses.
And here's the ensuing kickoff. Going to get into that one, and it is returnable if Micah wants to. No, he's going to call a fair catch at the goal line. Ball be at the 25-yard line for Ole Miss.
Yeah, good job there, fair catching it. Ball was kind of going away from him. He did catch it right there about the goal line, but his momentum was taking him backwards. Good job there. Rebels get it at the 25. Jackson Dart back under center, so to speak, after taking a tough hit on the last drive. But Rebels would certainly like to go down and answer, David. 5:54 to go in the half. Rebels with the football.
Ulysses Bentley will be in as the running back on this drive as well. He's off the left shoulder of Jackson Dart at the moment. Ball's on the left hash at the 25-yard line. Trips to the right with Prescorn in the slot for Ole Miss. Now they spread them out a little bit further. Lee and Prescorn here on the near side with Watkins. There's the snap. Wells is on the far side. It's going to be a handoff to Bentley. Bentley is hit as he tries to spin at the line of scrimmage and dropped at the 26, only a 1-yard gain. Alex Howard with a good open field tackle.
Yeah, Howard is a tackling machine, David. You don't need to try to turn back on him. The play was designed to come outside the right side, and Bentley curved it back right in the arms of Howard.
Nicholas, 89 tackles. Howard, 80 coming in, their top two tacklers. Play action, fake on a handoff. Dart runs to his right, pump fakes. He's looking for a block, and now we'll throw it and spike it in the ground here on the near side. I don't know if he got across the line of scrimmage or not. He was hit pretty hard as he let it fly. There's no flag, so it just goes an incomplete pass. The Rebels looking at 3rd down and 9 is Anthony on the stick there.
Well, he scrambled out this direction towards the Rebel sideline, is hoping Bentley was going to block. He missed the block, so he just decided to throw it away. Got popped right about the time he let it go.
Duke trying to hold the Rebels to get the ball back. It's 3rd and 9 for Ole Miss at the Rebel 26. Prescorn's going to be an H-back right off the right tackle. Now he's going to spread out and get in the slot. In fact, he comes all the way to the near sidelines and flip-flops with Watkins, but trips to the right, one receiver left. Now Lee goes in motion, slants across the field. There's the snap, and Dart's going to lob it near side. He's got Bentley, makes the catch, makes one man miss, runs for the first down. What an effort by Bentley. John Darnell had a field-level view as the Rebels will move the chains.
Yeah, well, that's what he's so good at, making that first guy miss, and made that first guy miss and made another good move. Get another 4 or 5 yards to pick up the first down.
15 yards for Bentley, and the Rebels go right back to the line of scrimmage. Another Cadence Bank first down to the 41. Play action pass. Dart ready. Fires. And it's going to be incomplete. Nearly picked off. He was trying to get Prescorn on a corner route there, Harry, and stepping in front of it was Alex Howard, who had it in his hands, but he couldn't hold it.
Yeah, and Dart's patting his chest, David. It was definitely on him. He should have absolutely shot that ball in there. He kind of lobbed it, and number 3, the linebacker, Howard was just simply drifting out in the flat, and he should have actually picked it off and gone a long way with it.
Second down and 10 for the Rebels at the 41. Dominique Thomas now is in at running back out of Alabama. Hatchie, Alabama. Clemson transfer. Is at Georgia State as well. Second down and 10 for the Rebels. Fake to Thomas. Slant route caught by Lee. He's got it at the midfield stripe, and he'll get down to the 46 and pick up a first down for the Rebels. A 13-yard gain for Caden Lee. Boy, he's a catching machine.
He is, David. And I'm not sure how many targets he's had this year. Not one drop on the season. He's in his 13th game. The young sophomore has not dropped a pass.
13-yard pickup by Lee and a first down. Stinson and Stone got him on the ground. The Rebels move the chains, leading 17-7, 4:25 to go until halftime. Snap back to Dart again. He fakes it to Thomas. Slant route again. This time Watkins from the right side across the middle. Has it. He's going to get inside the 30 and down to the 26 before he's knocked off his feet by Bergeron and Stone. Another Cadence Bank first down to the 26-yard line, a 20-yard gain.
Yeah, another weapon for the Rebels. Dart just he's just passing the ball around to all these weapons.
Quick pass far side to Caden Lee. A little screen set up. He gets a block from Prescorn to push it down to the 20, a 6-yard gain. Second down and 4.
And that outside screen, David, is all predicated on those blockers up front. Prescorn and I think Juice Wells also was a blocker. They did a good job of getting the lane open for Caden Lee.
Rebels are in the green zone. Presented by Wade Incorporated. Visit them online at wadeinc.com. I say that. They moved the ball back to the 21. We're a yard outside the green zone. Second down and 5. They made that a 5-yard gain. There's the snap, and it's going to be a handoff, and straight ahead is Bentley to the 20. Gains only a yard, so 3rd and 4 coming up.
But he does get it in the green zone.
Yeah.
That's what we were looking for there. Rebels doing a lot of substituting here. I'm sure Duke will do the same, and they'll hold the ball until Duke gets their people in place. They bring about 4 different guys on defense. So
Jordan Smart getting a chance to play here too. Here
looks like about 3rd and 4 here. Rebels certainly would like to move the chains.
At wide receiver. 3rd down and 4 coming up for the Rebels. Twin receivers left and right. Watkins eases in motion. There's a quick pass to him near side. He spins off a tackle, and he will get the first down just shy of the 15. He needed the 16, and he'll get the first down. Nice play. Good move, John, on a second effort there by Watkins.
Yeah, it was. They brought pressure off the side that Jordan Watkins was on, and Jackson did a good job of throwing it, getting it out quick, and Watkins made that one move to get the first down.
4 yards to the 16. It is another first down for Ole Miss. 1st and 10 for the 16. 2:26 to go until halftime. Ball on the right hash here. Dart in the gun formation. Flags fly all over the place. Got movement on the line of scrimmage.
Center David raises up. Not sure why the center would do that, but
false start. Offense, number 56. 5-yard penalty. It's first down.
You know, the center was getting ready to pull out to the Rebel sideline, and I guess he just got in a hurry. Forgot he had to snap it before he took off.
UM current best 60th game today, and I bet he hadn't done that in the previous 59. Back to the 21. It'll be 1st and 15 for the Rebels from there. By the way, Jordan Watkins playing his 60th career game today.
A lot of veterans in there, David. Certainly Rebels are going to miss a lot of these. It must be the 2 minute.
We're to the 2-minute alert, as I like to call it, the 2-minute timeout. 17-7, Ole Miss leads by 10. The Rebels will get to talk about this. We'll have a 1st and 15 coming up from the Duke 21 when we come back on the Ole Miss Radio Network.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. Let's huddle up and make things happen with the only cards for the Grove. The Ole Miss Regions Visa Debit Card and prepaid Regions Now Card. They're a win for your wallet and a big hottie toddy, whether you're purchasing stuff for game day or every day. Want to go all in on confidently showing your Ole Miss pride? Order your card now at regions.com/go Rebels. Regions, official bank of the SEC. Member FDIC. Terms, conditions, and fees apply.
Madame Giselle senses something big coming.
Is it a career change?
Everything looks wet.
I'm going to be a swim teacher.
There's a roof.
A swim teacher who also does roofing.
No, the roof of your RV has a leak and it's ruining the furniture.
Oh, that's okay. I'm covered by Progressive. But maybe I'm a swim teaching roofer who makes furniture.
Customize your coverage with Progressive's Roof Protection Plus and be prepared for the unexpected. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Roof Protection Plus available for RVs less than 6 years old. $250 deductible applies to any claim.
In the end zone, touchdown!
Ole
Miss, Duke. This is the 2025 Gator Bowl on the Ole Miss Sports Network from Learfield.
Are you prepared for an emergency or disaster? Because it's not a matter of if, but when. Don't find yourself saying,
I'll trust water bottles and a flashlight to save the day, but I'll be proved wrong.
With a tornado approaching, I'll realize that I lack a wheelchair-accessible shelter.
When the floodwaters rise, I'll be up in the attic with 20 cans of beans. It's a recipe for disaster.
Let's prepare so we all have a better story to tell. Get started at ready.gov/older adults. Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
Comes to a gun suicide attempt, all it takes is a moment.
My son, Ricky, took his life by the use of a firearm. It broke me, and I contemplated suicide. My grandson, I was going to have to be here for him. I still own my firearm. I keep it in a safe because I want to keep my grandson and myself safe.
Store your guns, locked, unloaded, and away from ammo. Hear more safe stories at endfamilyfire.org. Brought to you by Brady and the Ad Council.
Well, we got 2 minutes to go in the second quarter as we head toward halftime. Ole Miss leading Duke 17-7. The Rebels had the ball at the Duke 21 right hash with a first down and 15 coming up. Jackson Dart in the game is 21 of 28, 229 yards and a touchdown for the Rebels. He's run the ball 7 times as well for 116 yards. And we have 7 receivers that caught the ball. Lee's got 7 catches, 45 yards to pace that. So some good things, but you want to get those points and answer what Duke just did a moment ago here.
Yeah, absolutely, Dave. You want to get this thing in for 7, get the touchdown, get that 3-score lead back.
Bentley clears out in motion to give the Rebels 3 receivers left. It's an empty set here for Jackson Dart. Bentley goes all the way to the sidelines on the far side. Here comes pressure. Dart to throw, firing it toward the end zone, one-on-one, and it's caught by Wright, and he has the touchdown despite being basically tackled before the ball got there. What a catch by Daquan Wright. Touchdown, Ole Miss.
Young man, he transferred in from Virginia Tech, David. He's been the 1A tight end all year. We get a little look at it on the big screen right here, but what a catch. Right foot down right before he stepped out. Looked like a good catch to me. I'm sure they'll take a look, but that was a great catch. Good throw by Jackson Dart. Got the hot receiver right off the line of scrimmage, and Daquan Wright with another year. We'll see a lot of him come next year.
Just throw it up there, JD. Tell him to go get it.
Daquan's been consistent all year. I mean, he was a great pickup in the portal and has had an outstanding year. Big-time catch right there.
Yeah, athletic guy.
Caden Davis will attempt the PAT here. The Rebels do get the touchdown. He's trying to make it 24-7. Snap back and down. Kick good. The PAT good. Ole Miss 24, Duke 7 with $1:52 to go until halftime. That was a 10-play, 75-yard drive. Took 4 minutes and 2 seconds. A 21-yard acrobatic catch, far corner of the end zone by Daquan Wright. We'll take a break on the Ole Miss Radio Network.
The passion, the tradition, the rivalries. SiriusXM is your destination for all things college sports, and we've got you covered. On SEC Radio, there is complete coverage of every school in the conference, including live games, plus 24/7 talk and analysis. So cheer along on the SiriusXM app and listen to your favorite team anywhere. And now you can get 3 months of SiriusXM free. Subscribe now. See offer details at SiriusXM.com/SEC Sports.
Oxford, Mississippi has been touted as the cultural mecca of the South, with good reason. Stay in one of Oxford's boutique hotels and spend your day browsing shops around the square or stop in at Roanoke, the home of Nobel Prize-winning author William Faulkner. At night, enjoy one of the many acclaimed restaurants, have a cocktail on a balcony overlooking downtown, or step into a speakeasy for a cozier vibe. Whatever your craving is, Oxford has it. Go to visitoxfordms.com for more information.
This is the 2025 Gator Bowl.
The Rebels score! Touchdown, Ole Miss!
On the Ole Miss Sports Network from Learfield.
This message is for Shauna, my mom who just finished her high school diploma. I wanted to say I'm so proud of you for finishing school. You taught me it's never too late to achieve your dreams. I hope to make you as proud as you have made me.
When you graduate, they graduate. Finish your high school diploma for you and for them.
Visit finishyourdiploma.org to find free and supportive adult education centers near you. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
You said you'd never buy your kid candy from the checkout aisle. Or forget extra diapers. You'd never lick your thumb to clean their face. Never, ever become a minivan mom. So when you say you'd never leave your child in a hot car, no, it can happen. Cars get hot fast, and kids can be at risk in temperatures as low as 60 degrees Fahrenheit. Never happens. Before you leave the car, always stop, look, lock. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Welcome back to Jacksonville, the TaxSlayer Gator Bowl, the 80th Gator Bowl. Ole Miss is leading now by a score of 24-7 after that touchdown. Dart, 22 of 29, 250 yards, 2 TDs, 7 rushes for 46 yards for Jackson Dart. And the Rebels get another Trustmark Bank touchdown. Don't stop living to do your banking. Easily manage your money whenever and wherever you want with My Trustmark mobile banking. Enroll today at trustmark.com. Trustmark, people you trust, advice that works. Member FDIC. Rebels are set to kick this one off. Caden Davis, and back to receive Jones and Hagens for Duke. And here's the kick, high kick, and that'll be in the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Hey, injury updates are brought to you by Richard Schwartz and Associate, your Mississippi injury law firm. One call, that's all. On the Duke sideline, Terry Moore got the big interception at the beginning of the game, taken to the locker room. He has not returned. Another note that we didn't mention, John Darnell, is we're without Jaden Williams, a left tackle, tonight, too.
Yeah, had a little knee procedure a couple weeks ago. Didn't dress for the game here, but obviously not going to dress out and play tonight.
All right, Duke's turn. They got a little time here, Harry. Minute 52 with all 3 timeouts.
Sure, young quarterback. Just the last drive did a really sensational job of getting down for the touchdown, so Rebel defense needs to tighten up.
Ball on the right hash for Henry Beelan, the 4th. There's the snap. He is going to hand it off, hit at the line of scrimmage, and then surging ahead for 5 yards is Jaquez Moore. He broke the original tackle and got a 5-yard gain to the 32nd and 5. Trey Washington, Kyrie Coleman combining on the stop.
Yeah, just he was being patient right there. David thought it was plugged up in the middle, but found a little crease and just rushed it up for 5.
You go back that last drive, that 15-yard catch on 3rd down by Bentley was huge and a great move there. Lee had a 13-yard catch, 20-yard grab by Watkins, 21-yard acrobatic catch by Wright for the touchdown. And now another handoff to Moore, this time not quite as good a run. He'll get a couple of yards to the 32. 3rd down and 3 coming up as Ivy made sure he didn't get much.
Well, Duke doesn't seem to be in a hurry up with a minute 11 to go unless they just call a timeout. Perhaps they did.
Ole Miss called it.
Ole Miss
timeout. Ole Miss. Their second of the half.
Rebels want the ball back.
30-second timeout. Clock operator, please. 1:13 on the game clock. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So the Rebels are certainly trying to get the ball back. 3rd and about 3 here for the 1st down for Duke. But you would have thought Duke might have been a little bit of a hurry up, down 24-7 in the contest. But the Rebels called timeout, and we'll see how this 3rd down conversion plays.
Big Ten crew, we told you. Referee is Jeffrey Cervinski. 3rd down and 3 coming up for Duke. Duke is 2 of 5 on 3rd downs. Ole Miss 5 of 8 on 3rd downs in the contest as we approach halftime. You know, I mentioned this in the pregame show. We want to congratulate Walter Nolan, though. He recently became the 14th consensus All-American in Ole Miss program history this year. Congratulations to Walter. He's been fun to watch. Got a big pro career ahead of him, too.
Yeah,
here's the snap, and it's going to be a quick pass, slant route, caught for a 1st down at the 38 by Hagens. And so Duke will move the chains on the pickup of 6 yards.
Yeah, pressure was coming. Beelan stood right in there through the slant route. Rebel secondary did not get up in time to stop that route.
Lewis Moore on the tackle. Back to throw again is Beelan, far side, incomplete. A little out route intended for Moore around the 45-yard line. It was covered well over there by Trey Amos.
Yes.
And he probably led him intentionally, because that could have been a pick 6 if he tried to throw it on target.
If he tried to throw it exactly on target, David, Trey Amos would have gone the other direction with it. But good job Trey Amos has done all season for the Rebels out there at that shutdown corner position.
You know, you think about playing the position, and Trey Amos may be as good as we've had. He's up there with the best we've had.
Absolutely.
From the 38-yard line, it'll be 2nd down 10 for
another
Duke.
Senior Bowl pick.
Yeah, he'll be in the Senior Bowl too. We got to watch the Senior Bowl here.
Yes.
Sprinting out right is Beeland's going to throw the sidelines again. He's got his man, but out of bounds, I believe. Oh, they're going to call it a catch at the 44. Jake Taylor, the tight end, falling backwards, apparently kept a foot in bounds. It will be a 6-yard gain, leaving Duke with a 3rd and 4. Coleman knocked him out of bounds. I thought, of course, we're way up here, but looked like he might not have held that for a first down, but they say he did.
Yeah, Jake Taylor's been a go-to guy all season as a tight end, David. I think it's his first catch, maybe even the first target tonight. But
he had a little 1-yard catch and got hammered earlier in the game, I believe.
That's correct.
Well, Duke 3rd down and 4 from the 44. 51 seconds to go until halftime with Ole Miss leading 24-7. There's the snap to Beeland. It's going to a little underneath route screen and running up to the 49 and being tackled there is Hagans. He's got the first down. That's a pickup of 5 yards. A little slip screen. And Monmielen on the tackle for Ole Miss.
Yeah, they ran it perfectly. David just slipped him back inside. A couple of the defensive front guys got out there, but not until he picked up the first down.
1st and 10 for Duke at their own 49. Deep out, far side, and that's led too much. Exact same situation. John Darnell had the field level views. He's trying to get it to Hagans, but Amos has got it covered beautifully. A little pressure from Piggies, too.
Yeah, Piggies came unblocked up the middle, and Beeland just getting rid of the ball, but dangerous to throw it out there in the flat.
Yeah.
If you're not on time.
Yeah, long throw, too, John, going across there. Amos could really pick up some yardage coming back the other direction.
2nd down 10 for Duke from their own 49 with 34 seconds till halftime. Duke's got all 3 timeouts left. Twin receivers left and right. Here comes the blitz. Beeland wants to throw. Deep out again, and the same situation. Covered like a blanket. Hagans this time by John Saunders. Incomplete.
Yeah, the Rebels go man in the secondary, David, because they brought blitz. And Beeland under pressure just simply got rid of it.
3rd down and 10 for the Blue Devils. You know, this is the 3rd-string quarterback, Henry Beeland the 4th. And all in all, he's playing his heart out. There's no doubt about it.
Well, you said he had some opportunities in 2023.
Right.
Obviously, not many touches this year, but in 2023.
He started the North Carolina State game after an injury and led him to a victory that year. Here's the snap. Beeland's going to sprint to his right on 3rd and 10. Fires a bullet that's going to be dropped at the 40-yard line. Big stick there is a hitch route to Harvey, which would have been enough for the first down, but John Saunders popped him hard, and the ball came out incomplete.
Yeah, good job there. Duke sprinted that quarterback out towards their sideline just to get him away from pressure, but the Rebels still came up, and he got popped right as he let it loose. We'll see if Duke decides to go for it here on 4th down. They want to punt it away.
John Saunders from
timeout.
High Point,
Duke.
North Carolina.
Their first of the half.
So he's a North Carolina
30-second timeout.
Duke Blue Devils. My daughter just got married in High Point, North Carolina. How about that?
You were there, right?
I was, yep.
There you go. And Miss Mary, too.
Absolutely.
Yep, good.
Hey, we don't want you to forget that coming up will be the forward halftime show. Notre Dame and Georgia played early today. Dan's going to give you the details of that coming up at halftime as well. Halftime show is always brought to you courtesy of your Mid-South Ford dealers, where you'll find a tradition as strong as the Rebels in Ford F-Series, America's best-selling trucks, 47 straight years.
So we got 2 Big Ten teams, an independent, and 1 SEC team left in the Final Four.
What it sounds like.
That's what it looks like. See if Texas can go all the way.
4th down for Duke, and they will punt away. Reynoldson in punt formation. Nobody back for Ole Miss. The Rebels are going to play defense here. You got 23 seconds to go until halftime. Ole Miss is leading Duke 24-7 here in the Gator Bowl. Snap back by Curtis Cooper is right on target. Reynoldson takes a couple of steps to his right. End over end kick to the far side. It's going to hit at the 15, take a roll, and Duke's going to let it go all the way down to the 2. That's a great punt. And a punt of 49 yards to the 2-yard line. Unless it was touched close. I think it got touched around the 10.
Yeah, that marking at the 10 looks like.
Yeah, okay. So that would make it a 41-yard punt.
Well, there's only 11 seconds here to go to halftime. Rebels just decided not to put anybody back, thinking Duke might take a shot on 4th down, but the Blue Devils continue to punt it away. Rebels just going to down the football here, 11 seconds, get into the half, leading 24-7.
You know, Harry and I talked to Lane, before during the pregame show on the field, and talked about how are you going to deal with this game. We want to go win this game, get our 10th win. And so we've seen great effort by the Rebels to this point, and well-played game. From the 10, Dart is in the gun formation. He's going to hand it off, and that's Dominique Thomas. Covers the ball up. He's hit and dropped at the 9, loses a yard, as David Anderson will make the tackle, and the clock will run out. And here at the half, Ole Miss leads Duke 24-7. Stay tuned. Our forward halftime
that
show
is
coming
the
up.
End of the first half.
We're also going to have John Darnell visiting with Lane Kiffin here at halftime as well. Taylor McGregor from TV might catch him first. I believe she will, and so we'll have that interview coming up right after Taylor gets through. And we'll talk to Coach Kiffin, see what he thinks about the first half. But a good first half, Ole Miss leading 24-7. And just a great game again for Jackson Dart. He's just been fantastic, fun to watch. And, you know, a lot of it he did with his legs here in the first half too, Harry.
And he took some licks, David. Got hit pretty hard a couple different times on the blitz, and just simply delivered several dimes there to get the Rebels into the end zone. The last one there to Daquan Wright. But what a great first half by the Ole Miss offense.
And now we'll go to John Darnell, who's got Lane Kiffin. Go ahead, John.
Hey, Coach, you wanted to get out to a fast start tonight. It looks like we did in the first quarter. What's your thoughts on the first half?
I thought it was really good. We had the one bad series on defense. We had the stupid fake field goal that Scooney ran, and other than that, it was good.
Well, you'll probably throw that one out of the playbook, you think?
Yeah, that was a dumb. I think Megan called that play.
Okay, thanks, Coach.
Megan McCurdy is secretary for football, has been for a year, for several years, does a fantastic job. Lane will throw anybody under the bus, I promise you that. I've been there. I've been thrown under the bus with Kiffin at the coach's show.
That's great. That's great.
Well, he agreed with what we thought,
all
right?
in all, it was a good half.
We agreed with that play being not so smart. Rebels lead, though, comfortably 24-7 at the half. Dan Courts has got you next with the Forward Halftime Show on the Ole Miss Radio Network.
The Walk of Champions, built brick by brick, earned season after season. When you pass through its arch, you become a part of Ole Miss history and emerge with the fighting spirit of a rebel. Ford knows that strong traditions start with leadership, like Ford F-Series, America's best-selling trucks 47 years straight. Drive F-150, official truck of the Rebels, only at your Mississippi Ford dealer, based on 1977 to 2023 total sales.
Oh, no. Come on, man. 4-4 defense against the long pass. Are you kidding me?
Hey, Dad.
Yeah, sweetheart?
Can I get a phone?
Making a call on technology for your kids is tough. But C Spire's Connect and Protect is here to help with parental controls that can grow with your family. The devices they want, the defense they need. C Spire, inspired by you.
This is Rebels football on the Ole Miss Sports Network from Learfield.
August was born 3 pounds, 9.8 ounces. When I first saw him, it was a whole range of emotions. There's stuff I still want to do. Being a young dad, it's not giving up. It's shifting. I look through his eyes. I can envision the whole future with him already. To throw the first football to him, give him ice cream for the first time. My life is now devoted to his life.
Through all of fatherhood's firsts, never stop being a dad. Visit fatherhood.gov to hear more. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
You took the first step and quit smoking, but even former smokers may still be at risk for lung cancer. That's why SaveByTheScan.org wants you to know about a new low-dose CT scan that can detect lung cancer early. It takes only 60 seconds and could save your life. You took the first step, now take the next. Visit SaveByTheScan.org for a simple quiz to see if you're eligible and talk to your doctor about screening. SaveByTheScan.org is brought to you by the American Lung Association's Lung Force Initiative and the Ad Council.
Halftime show is brought to you by Mississippi Ford Dealers and the Ford F-150. Like the Rebels, this truck has a strong tradition of greatness earned by outstanding capability and features like a mobile generator. That's how you create a legacy and the official truck of Ole Miss. Go Reds! Now let's go back inside the Learfield Network studios and rejoin Dan Courts.
And hello, everyone, and welcome inside the network studios. Your 14th ranked Ole Miss Rebels lead the Duke Blue Devils 24-7. We get the forward halftime show started with a recap of the first half. Ole Miss won the toss, and to the surprise of no one, it was the offense out on the field first. Rebs really relying on the run game on the opening series, then a 7-yard pass play got Ole Miss onto the Duke side of the field, and then went back to the air once again.
And Rebels get a first down. First down is brought to you by Cadence Bank. We've gotten a couple in this series. Dart to throw. He's hit as he fires it downfield. It's caught by the tight end right at the 20. He gets down to the 16-yard line. Another Cadence Bank first down. Stinson on the tackle.
Rebs held out of the end zone, though, and even worse, a fake field goal attempt was intercepted by Terry Moore and run all the way back to the Ole Miss 41. 9:51 left in the first quarter after that play. Rebs defensively, though, able to hold Duke to a 4-and-out as Duke going for it at the 32 on 4th and 1, failing to get it after an incomplete pass, so no harm done in the end after the turnover. Ulysses Bentley got the next series going with an 18-yard run to get to midfield. 2 plays later, an 18-yard completion to Caden Prescorn had the Rebels in a good spot for the next play.
Ball on the right hash of the 32 of Duke. Fake to Bentley. Slant route. Caught by Wells. Wells is racing toward the end zone. He's in there. Touchdown, Ole Miss.
Yeah, it's exactly well dialed up, David. Had man coverage, and Juice Wells just on the slant route just ran away from the corner.
7-0 Ole Miss, 8:07 left in the opening quarter. 4-play, 68-yard drive, taking all of 1:08 off the clock. 29th touchdown drive of the season that took less than 2 minutes for the Rebs as well. Duke then going 3-and-out. Ole Miss now offensively using quick passes to move up the field. 7 plays to get into the red zone again. Then on play 10, the Rebs were at the 1. They then changed things up with the play calling.
And then Caden Lee caught it and rushed it right down to the goal.
7-yard pickup for Lee after the catch and run. Johnson on the tackle. Handoff left side. Punching it into the end zone. Ulysses Bentley. Touchdown, Ole Miss.
Yeah, quick hitter right up between in the A gap, David, between the center and the guard. Bentley hit it really quickly. Was in the end zone before anybody even got a hand on him.
14-0 Ole Miss, 2:29 to go in the first quarter. 11-play, 66-yard drive, taking 4:02 off the clock. Duke really couldn't manufacture anything on offense again as their next series took us into the second quarter as well. After the punt, the Rebs offense able to get a first down, but then back-to-back loss of yard plays, including a sack, pushed Ole Miss to a 3rd and 19 at their own 32.
There's the snap to Dart. Here they come again. Dart's going to try to take off and run to the near side of the 35. He's got some green grass. The 40, 45, midfield. Dives for the first down. Did he get it? He's close. I think he did. What a play by Jackson Dart.
Great job. They had 7 in the box and brought them all, David, and Jackson Dart was able to get past the first line.
Some more of that. 2 plays later saw the Rebs get inside the Duke 35, then a 22-yard pass from Dart to Daquan Wright to get to the 13. Drive got to the 10 before stalling there. Ole Miss getting a 28-yard field goal from Caden Davis to make it 17-0 Rebs with 9:43 left in the first half. Duke then on offense for the first time able to move the ball a little bit and saw themselves on the Ole Miss side of the field for the first time since the interception return. A 27-yard completion from Henry Beelan to Kayshawn Brown got Duke to the Ole Miss 16. A play later, Beelan finding Javon Harvey for a touchdown. Ole Miss still leading those 17-7 with 5:54 to play in the second quarter. Ole Miss then moving again on their next series. 5 plays to get to the Duke side of the field. A 20-yard slant completion to Caden Lee, then got the Rebs to the 26 of Duke. 3 plays later, another first down had the Rebs in striking distance again. A false start penalty, then, though, pushing them back to the 21 before we hit the 2-minute timeout. Jackson Dart then going to the air once again on 1st and 15.
Jackson Dart. Bentley goes all the way to the sidelines on the far side. Here comes pressure. Dart to throw. Firing it toward the end zone. 1-on-1. And it's caught by Wright. And he has the touchdown despite being basically tackled before the ball got there. What a catch by Daquan Wright. Touchdown, Ole Miss.
Yep.
24-7 Ole Miss with 1:52 left in the first half. 10 plays, 70-yard, 5-yard drive, taking also 4 minutes and 2 seconds off the clock. Duke on their final series of the half, getting to midfield before the drive stalled out and they punted. Ole Miss opting to run the clock out, and that is where we stand. Ole Miss leads Duke 24-7. We'll take a look at scores from around the SEC when we return. This is the Ole Miss Sports Network from Learfield.
Hey, Rebel fans. Got a house hotter than a Mississippi summer or pipes colder than your team's rival? It's time to call Air South Cooling, Heating, Plumbing, and Electrical. Whether it's cooling you down, heating you up, fixing those leaky pipes, or keeping your lights on, Air South's got your back. We're the champions of home comfort, just like your Rebels on the field. Call Air South Cooling, Heating, Plumbing, and Electrical today, where your home is our home field. Call Air South now at 662-304-8412. Air South, we care more.
At Kroger, an annual Boost membership just got even better. Now you can choose from Disney Plus with ads, Hulu with ads, or ESPN Plus on us when you sign up. Plus, enjoy unlimited free delivery, double fuel points, exclusive offers, and free items. Sign up for a Boost membership today. It's an easier way to save, including new streaming options to relax with while we deliver your groceries. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Restrictions apply. See site for details.
In the end zone, touchdown!
Ole Miss, Duke. This is the 2025 Gator Bowl on the Ole Miss Sports Network from Learfield.
Uh-oh, Brad's buzzed.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, he's starting with the woots. And now a speech.
I just want to say that friendship is about heart and brain. Who's with me?
Good thing is, he knows when he's buzzed.
And my brain is saying, when it's time to go home, somebody call me a ride.
Love that guy.
Me too.
Know your buzzed warning signs? Call for a ride when it's time to go home. Buzz driving is drunk driving. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Substance use disorder and addiction is so isolating. And so, as a Black woman in recovery, hope must be loud. It grows louder when you ask for help and you're vulnerable. It is the thread that lets you know that no matter what happens, you will be okay.
When we learn the power of hope, recovery is possible. Find out how at startwithhope.com. Brought to you by the National Council for Mental Wellbeing, Shatterproof, and the Ad Council.
Welcome back to the Mid-South Ford Halftime Show. The Ford F-150, official truck of the Ole Miss Rebels. Now back to the Learfield Network Studios and Dan Courts.
And hello, everyone, and welcome back inside the network studios. Your 14th ranked Ole Miss Rebels lead the Duke Blue Devils 24-7. We now take a look at scores from around the SEC and around the country, presented by Country Pleasin', the official sausage of Ole Miss. Check out our butcher shop at 330 Highway 49, Florence, Mississippi, and also find us at your local supermarket. One other game on the schedule today, the Sugar Bowl from New Orleans between second-ranked Georgia and seventh-ranked Notre Dame in the college football playoff quarterfinal. Notre Dame defeating Georgia 23-10. Fighting Irish now get Penn State a week from today in the semifinals from Miami in the Orange Bowl. That was also Georgia's first college football playoff or New Year's Six bowl game loss since they lost the 2019 Sugar Bowl to Texas. On the hardwood, the 25th ranked Ole Miss women's basketball team was on the plains against Auburn in the SEC opener and having no problem tonight as the Rebs a winner over the Tigers 85-58. That is your look around the SEC presented by Country Pleasin'. Ole Miss ahead of Duke 24-7. A quick look at the numbers when we return. This is the Ole Miss Sports Network from Learfield.
The passion, the tradition, the rivalries. SiriusXM is your destination for all things college sports, and we've got you covered. On SEC Radio, there is complete coverage of every school in the conference, including live games, plus 24/7 talk and analysis. So cheer along on the SiriusXM app and listen to your favorite team anywhere. And now you can get 3 months of SiriusXM free. Subscribe now. See offer details at SiriusXM.com/SEC Sports.
The Grove Collective is here to support, elevate, and protect the well-being of all our student-athletes through a wide range of NIL opportunities and initiatives. The Collective is designed to deliver a best-in-class NIL experience, worthy of the student-athletes who give their all for Ole Miss. Visit thegrovecollective.com and learn more about the premium access and experiences the platform provides for our members, corporate partners, and our athletes. To support all Ole Miss athletes and their NIL platforms, please visit thegrovecollective.com and become a member.
This is the 2025 Gator Bowl.
The Rebels score! Touchdown! Ole Miss!
On the Ole Miss Sports Network from Learfield.
phone on D&D. That means that do not disturb when you're driving. And when you're going from point A to B, I need you to stay safe, please, so always sing with me. So put your phone on D&D. That means that do not disturb when you're driving. And when you're going from point A to B, I need you to stay safe, please, so always remember this beat.
Don't drive distracted. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
Babes, what are you doing?
What? I'm just mowing the lawn.
No, it's blazing hot and dry out here. Don't you remember? Smokey Bear says,
avoid using power equipment when it's windy or dry.
Where'd you learn this?
Oh, it's on
SmokeyBear.com with many other wildfire prevention tips.
Right. Thanks, honey bear.
Because remember, only you can prevent wildfires.
Brought to you by the USDA Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
And welcome back as your 14th ranked Ole Miss Rebels lead the Duke Blue Devils 24-7. A quick look at the numbers. Very dominant half by Ole Miss as they outgained Duke 340 yards to 130, 250 of those through the air, 90 on the ground for Ole Miss. Duke getting 114 of their 130 through the air, just 16 yards rushing. Duke only had one penalty for 15 yards. Ole Miss only had two penalties for 10 yards. Ole Miss 20 first downs to Duke, who only had 7. 5 of 8 on third down, 1 of 2 on fourth down were the Rebs, 4 of 8 on third down, 0 of 1 on fourth were the Blue Devils. The Rebels running 49 plays to Duke's 29. Ole Miss had the ball for 19 minutes and 35 seconds. Duke only 10 minutes and 25 seconds with the ball. Duke did have 4 tackles for a loss, though, and 1 sack. Neither Ole Miss only had that 1 turnover, as the interception on the fake field goal attempt was it. Jackson Dart, 22 of 29 for 250 yards and 2 scores through the air. He had 7 carries for 46 yards as well. Ulysses Bentley, 10 carries, 37 yards, and a score. And then Caden Lee leading the way receiving, 7 catches for 45 yards for the Rebs. Henry Beelan, the fourth, 11 passes, 21 attempts for 11 of 21 for 114 yards and a score. He also had 3 carries for 11 yards to lead the way rushing. Kayshawn Brown, 3 receptions, 41 yards for the Blue Devils to lead the way receiving. That is your look at the first half stats in the network studios. I'm Dan Kortz. Today's Ford Halftime Show has been brought to you by our Mid-South Ford dealers and Ford F-150, the official truck of the Ole Miss Rebels. Ole Miss leads Duke 24-7. We'll go back to DK, Harry, and John in Jacksonville when we return. This is the Ole Miss Sports Network from Learfield.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. Let's huddle up and make things happen with the only cards for the Grove. The Ole Miss Regions Visa Debit Card and Prepaid Regions Now Card. They're a win for your wallet and a big hottie-toddy, whether you're purchasing stuff for game day or every day. Want to go all in on confidently showing your Ole Miss pride? Order your card now at regions.com/Go Rebels. Regions, official bank of the SEC. Member FDIC. Terms, conditions, and fees apply.
This is Jake Mangum. It's great to be on a team that is based in Mississippi. It's important to me that my team supports our high schools, universities, and several local events throughout the state. Of course, I'm talking about my home team, Farm Bureau Insurance. If you aren't already with Farm Bureau, it's time to join the team. Visit favrates.com for great rates on home and auto insurance, or find a local agent at msfbins.com. Farm Bureau Insurance. Go with the home team.
In the end zone, touchdown!
Ole Miss, Duke. This is the 2025 Gator Bowl on the Ole Miss Sports Network from Learfield.
Ma, is this how you feed a hamster?
I think so.
Is my homework right?
I think so.
Is this milk still good?
I think so.
When it comes to parenting, sometimes it's okay to think you know. But when it's something as important as your child's car seat, don't just think. Know. Double check if your child is in the right seat for their age and size. It'll help protect them in a car crash. Don't just think. Know by visiting nhtsa.gov/the right seat. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Hear that? That's the sound of your life.
perfectly imperfect. Beating in rhythm to the world you've created. But every time you drive after drinking, the music gets drowned out. Your life sounds pretty great. Don't let a buzz ruin it. Buzz driving is drunk driving. Don't drive buzzed. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
This copyrighted broadcast is an exclusive presentation of Learfield under the broadcasting rights granted by the University of Mississippi. Reuse of this presentation is prohibited without the expressed written consent of Ole Miss and Learfield. Announcers are provided by Learfield and approved by Ole Miss.
Welcome back to the TaxSlayer Gator Bowl. David Kellum, Harry Harrison, John Darnell with you, and the rest of our crew. Fish Robinson spotting our defense. Rick McKay spotting our offense. He'll be doing. Are you doing PA Saturday for the basketball game? So you got to get back too, right? Okay. Houston McDavid handling our engineering. Glenn Waddle doing our stats. We had, of course, Chris Maples handled stats at home. We appreciate him as well. Did I get everybody? I think that's the crew. And we're looking forward to Mary Kellum over here. I always forget Mary. She handles our live reads. And ready to start this second half. One interesting note that Glenn gave me. Congratulations to Caden Davis. He has now broken the record for most points in a season, 127. Jonathan Nichols held that record in 2003. He had 124 points. But Glenn put another note on here. His passing rating is negative 200 based on the...
Well, as Lane Kiffin said, we're not going to let Megan McCurdy call any more plays.
I can't wait to play that back from Megan. She's going
to be a little embarrassed.
Really be embarrassed.
Mm-hmm.
Caden Davis is ready to kick off. The Rebels go right to left as we start this second half. Harry, you want to keep the foot on the throttle?
Keep the foot on the throttle, David. I think we're going to play some more younger offensive guys this half. We'll see. I mean, obviously Lane Kiffin wants to win number 10 here in the 24th season, but I think we'll see some younger players along the offensive side of the football. We played some defensive tackles earlier that are going to be back for next year, but we'll see. But yeah, just keep pounding.
Caden Davis is set to kick. Coach Lane Kiffin just now getting back onto the field. They're wiring him up. Coach Kiffin's like us. He doesn't like cold, so might as well just wait till it's time to come out, right? Here's the kick by Caden Davis. Two guys back are Jones and Hagens. That'll go into the end zone for another touchback, and Duke will have it first to the 20. Big drive here for Duke, Harry.
Yes, it is, David. Certainly they down 3 scores, down 17 in the contest. They really would like to get something going offensively. Young quarterback Beelan took them on one drive, able to run the football and sprint out and get away from pressure through some darts, and they came away with 7 on that particular drive. But we'll see. Here, the Rebel defense looks like that first group lining up.
The injury updates are brought to you by Richard Schwartz and Associates, your Mississippi Injury Law Firm. One call, that's all. What about the first half, John Darnell?
Yeah, no new injuries for us in the first half. We mentioned Jaden Williams didn't dress out and having a knee procedure, but that's it. We're good to go second half.
Duke will have the ball on the far hash, left hash, with a first down and 10. The snap back to Beelan. He sprints out to his right, wants to throw, lobs it on the run downfield, overshoots, and then a diving effort, almost picked off. It was intended for Painco, and Moore behind him almost got the pick. John, that's hard to stay accurate, isn't it, when you're sprinting hard to your right, trying to throw against your body?
Yeah, it is. When that receiver's running full speed across the field like that, it is. And he was being chased by Pegues and I think Ivy too. And so Beelan's got a big arm.
He does.
That time he just overthrew him a little bit.
Yeah, Panko was wide open. He came completely across from the other side, but he was open. It had been a big first down play had he.
Yeah, Moore was actually 5 yards behind him and almost had a chance at the interception. 2 receivers right. They're in a stack eye now. They split them up. Now a third receiver will come over there, the running back, Jaquez Moore, and now timeout called by Duke. Apparently there's confusion on how they wanted to line up there. We're going into some sort of an empty set.
30-second timeout.
This will be a 30-second timeout. You hate to burn one this early in the third quarter, but they'll have to. Ole Miss leading 24-7 as we are underway in quarter number 3. Duke's looking at a second down
and 10. Everybody flashes plays in, David, and I think the receivers for Duke and maybe even the quarterback was confused. They had about 3 guys moving at the same time, trying to figure out where to line up, and the coaching staff decided to burn a timeout.
Well, you got the helmet communications, too. Maybe there was some sort of an issue there. I don't know, but they sure did have to burn a timeout. Now Duke's ready again. Trips to the right. One of those is the tight end, Taylor. Also, they've got Jordan Moore wide out to the right. The guy that hurt us in the first half was Quayshawn Brown. He made some great catches. Redshirt freshman from Winston-Salem, North Carolina. Now they bring the running back Moore back into the backfield. There's the snap. Leland dropping back. He's hit as he lets it fly for a screen. Left side caught at the 20 up to the 21 is Jaquez Moore. They didn't get much out of that. In fact, it looks like it's going to be lost yardage.
about 7 yards, yes.
Let's see where they end up putting it. Put it at the 21, so he lost 4 on that little screen. It'll be 3rd and 14.
Yeah, the Rebels sniffed that out. We had a couple defenders break through the line of scrimmage, but then the couple just decided this is going to be a screen, and then the secondary converged on it quickly. And
Daughtery made the tackle
for loss.
Yeah, Piggies, Ivy with some pressure. So now Duke is looking at a 3rd down and 14. You don't like to be in those situations very often. See if the Rebels can hold them and get them off the field. From the 21-yard line, there's the snap. Here comes pressure off the edge, and he's going to fire far side, overshoots it into his bench, way overshot the receiver at the 40-yard line, Hagens, and Duke will have to punt away here.
Yeah, Rebels only rushed 3, David, dropped 8. They had trip receivers to the Duke sideline, but no one flashed open, and he just simply threw it away as the pressure got to him.
Micah Davis will be back to receive for Ole Miss. And punting away will be Cade Reynolds.
Yeah, quick 3 and out for the Rebel defense. That's a good way to start here in the 3rd quarter.
They'll punt from the 21. Reynolds standing at the 7. Chance for the Rebels to get really good field position here, too. Davis now eases up a little bit up to the 40. Here's the punt. End over end punt. It's going to hit and take a Duke bounce. Davis wanted to pick it up, but it's kind of dangerous, so he let it go. End up with a pretty decent punt out of this because of the roll all the way to the 28-yard line. And it will end up being a 51-yard punt because Davis couldn't get to it. We got a timeout with 13:46 to go in the 3rd quarter. Ole Miss leading 24-7. We'll have the football when we come back on the Ole Miss Radio Network.
Timeout on the field.
Coors Light presents To Chill or Not to Chill. When your friend skips your favorite song on the playlist. End the friendship. Or choose chill because that song lives rent-free in your head anyway. And you planned ahead by bringing Coors Light to the party. And the sound of that ice-cold can cracking open was music to your ears already. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
Progressive knows not all rides are smooth. Meet Peter. He loves his motorcycle. What he doesn't love is wind. Which is ironic, because wind is a big part of the whole wind-in-your-face motorcycle cliche. But nobody ever tells you how relentless a strong crosswind is, or the cliche wouldn't exist. Not every ride is smooth, but Progressive has your back. Get a quote to see if you can save with America's #1 motorcycle insurer. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in D.C. This is the 2025 Gator Bowl.
The Rebels score! Touchdown! Ole Miss!
On the Ole Miss Sports Network from Learfield.
Hey, so what's a great way to spread awareness that driving high is illegal everywhere? A catchy song, of course.
You can run, or you can't drive high. You can run, or you can't drive high.
Friendly reminder, don't drive high. If you feel different, you drive different. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Are you prepared for an emergency or disaster? Because it's not a matter of if, but when. Don't find yourself saying,
when the storm rolls in, my time to find a pet-friendly evacuation center will have run out.
The scorching heat wave will leave me powerless to cool my insulin.
I'll face a hurricane without meds. Now that's a tough pill to swallow.
Let's prepare so we all have a better story to tell. Get started at ready.gov/older adults. Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
leading 24-7, 13:46 go third quarter here in the Gator Bowl. John Darnell is field level. He'd like to throw to this guy in the day. He's got Trey Harris.
Yeah, I'm just standing here with Trey Harris. And, Trey, what an outstanding career you had here at Ole Miss. And just very proud of you and all your accomplishments. Good to see you out here. Sorry you're not out here on the field.
Yeah, that's all good, but I'm just super excited for the guys out here. You know, I'm glad I got to come out here one last time with the guys, support the guys. You know, really just experience Bowl Week one last time with everybody. And, you know, it's great. It's been great out here. It's great seeing everybody. But, you know, unfortunately, I didn't get to finish my career how I want to. But all I can do is really just thank all the fans, thank everybody from Ole Miss for always supporting me. And I'm hotty-totty forever.
That's awesome. What's your plans for the, upcoming draft? Where are you going to train in Oxford? Are you going to go somewhere?
Yeah, I plan on training in California. Yeah, I'm gonna be out there pretty soon. Just training, getting my body right, getting my body fully healthy and everything. Just making sure. Ooh, come on, Juice. But just making sure I'm really healthy for the combine and pro day. You know, those are the two biggest goals for me right now. So just giving everything to God right now.
Deep corner out to
congratulations again, and come back and see us, all right?
Yes, sir. I definitely will. Of course I will.
Good luck to you.
Trey called that play for us. It was a deep corner of the 50, and Juice Wells couldn't hold on to it. He said, come on, Juice. Yeah, I bet he's awfully pleased with what he's seen out of this receiving.
Juice should have had that one, David. That was a dart thrown by Dart, of course. And
2nd and 10 is going to be a handoff. Bentley running left. He's got some room to the 30, and out of bounds he'll go at the 33, looks like. Pick up 5. It'll be 2nd down and 5 as Nicholas chases him out of bounds. It'll be 3rd down and 5, rather.
Nice little outside stretch run. David got him on the corner and was able to outrun those first defenders and got it up for a nice pickup.
Trey Harris had such a fantastic year, made All-American 2nd team, and think about how many games he missed on the season. He did try to come back in the Florida game, had a great catch, but then got hurt again. Had surgery recently. It went well, we understand, and we'll be watching him in the NFL here soon. Ended up with 7 touchdown catches on the year. Of course, played at Louisiana Tech, had a fantastic career there too. 3rd down and 5, the snap back to Dart. Dart being pressured, sidesteps it, and now he's hit and dropped back at the 27. He ran right into the pressure, couldn't get away from number 10 there. Howard was back there at 10 as Tyshawn Reed, the second wave, and so this will be a lost play, a sack back to the 27, 6-yard loss. It'll be 4th and 11, and Ole Miss will have to punt away.
Yeah, once again, Duke is strictly gambling, David. They're not doing a good job of coverage in the secondary, so they're just bringing pressure and hopefully can get to Dart. That time they won the battle.
Back to receive is Brown, standing at the 28-yard line for Duke. Set to punt it away is Fraser Mazin, his first punt, right, out of Australia. End-over-end kick. Going to go the far sideline. It goes out of bounds on the far sideline. Carter Short, the snapper for Ole Miss. We'll see where they officially spot that one, and Duke will get the ball back. So Duke's defense does a nice job getting Ole Miss off the field with 12:10 to go in the third quarter. Rebels leading 24-7.
Yeah, nice little 46-yard boot there that rolled out of bounds, and no return there. Fraser Massin has obviously been very good about directionally kicking all year. Big leg this year. I think it was his best year for sure as a Rebel. But a senior he's from Brisbane, is that correct? Australia for sure.
Harry, I'm surprised you hadn't invested into,
maybe we should take a road trip down to Australia and see what's going on.
Invested into the punting academy in Australia. That might be a good investment.
It's never too late.
Trips to the right. There's a handoff to Moore. Moore runs left and has some room as Saunders knocks him out of bounds around the 34-yard line. Good first play for the Duke offense on a running play, sweep to the left.
Yeah, was able to get outside, David, short side of the field on the Duke sideline, rushed it up for a nice, like about a 7-yard gain, maybe 6.
Put it at the 34, so 6-yard pickup, 2nd and 4 from the 34. Ball on the left hash. Twin receivers will come to the right. One of those is Jordan Moore. And in the slot is Quayshawn Brown. Now he goes in motion to the far side to give him 3 receivers on the short side of the field. There's the snap, handoff in the backfield, delayed run, and nothing there for Moore as the Rebels got Ivy and Lamont Ellen in the backfield and dropped him. Let's see where they spotted the 33. That'll be a yard loss here. So 3rd and 5.
And J.J. McGee's, David, just absolutely did a swim move right over the top of his the right guard, and he was in the backfield as they handed it off, and then the back made him miss, and then the next 2 guys cleaned it up for the loss.
I'll tell you a funny story about JJ here in a moment. Of course, we're Oxonians with him. 3rd down and 5 coming up. Beelan wants to throw. He's in the pocket, being hit and tripped, and he lunges forward to the 36, but couldn't get the first down as Ivy, shoestring tackle, 3-yard pickup, 4th down and 2. So I saw him outside the hotel today and gave him a big hug. I said, my favorite guy from Oxford, Mississippi. And his dad said, I thought I was. I said, well, you used to be.
Exactly. Great effort there by JJ in the defensive front. 4th down here. Rebels need to hold.
Big East comes off the field. Duke is acting like they're going for it. 4th and 2 from their own 36, trailing 24-7. Here in the 3rd quarter with 10:20 to go, clock running. There's a snap. He's going to run to his right. Wants to throw. Lobs it. It's going to be caught by the tight end. That's a good idea. Jake Taylor's got great hands, and he just kind of caught it and fell back in his chair, if you will, at the 41, a gain of 5. And Duke, with a gamble, gets the first down.
Yeah, they just flooded the zone. They sprinted the quarterback out towards the short side of the field, Rebel sideline, and just flooded that zone with the receivers and the tight end. And Jake just popped open. No Rebel there to defend him, and caught it and fell down.
John, it's always good to have a good tight end, right?
Yeah, it is. That was a good play call. It gives him an option to run for a few yards if he can't find anybody open. But good catch by the tight end there. Just kind of fell out to the flat.
From the 41, first down for Duke. Fake on a handoff. Beelan's going to keep it. Now he runs ahead to the 43. Maybe gets a couple of yards there. It'll be 2nd and 8. The Rebels, Brandon Turnage and Centurion Perkins combined to get him on the ground.
Yeah, Rebels doing a little substitution here. David brings some fresh bodies along that defensive front, but Umina Malin was there first and caused the quarterback to have to turn it back inside for a very short gain.
Ready again as Akila Stone and Harris have checked in for Ole Miss. Quarterback draw, and there's nothing here on this one either, Harry. No gain.
Yeah, good job there, David. Obviously, Rebel, I think that Centurion Perkins first got the pressure in the backfield, made the quarterback turned it up, and Umina Malin on the tackle, but good job there by the front. We expected this group to dominate tonight, David. So far, they have not let anybody down there. I don't think we got a sack on the game, which I expected to have several before this was over, but we'll continue to put pressure on.
New tight end in Vance Bolliard, the redshirt freshman from Greensboro, North Carolina for Duke. 3rd down and 8. Blitz fires, and it's picked off on the far side by Hamilton. Hamilton's taking it the other way, the 25, the 20. He's going to the house. Touchdown, Ole Miss.
We knew if he kept throwing it out there, John Darnell, the Rebels are going to go to pay dirt with it, and that's exactly what happened.
You got to be careful when you throw it out there in the flat like that, and got good pressure on him. But a good break on the ball by Hamilton, a good run after the interception for the touchdown.
His first interception of the year, a pick 6. They're trying to swing it out to Peyton Jones, and he jumped the route, took it in for the TD. Big score for the Rebels.
Yeah, great way to start it, David. Pressure on the quarterback, and then Hamilton right there to pick it off, make one guy miss, and just race it into the end zone.
We'll get the official distance on the return here in a moment. Caden Davis will attempt the point after. Ole Miss now up 30-7. Well, that was a disaster for Duke. Snap down and a kick by Caden Davis is good, but there is a flag now. We'll see what that's all about.
50 yards, David, looks like on the return.
50. And Trustmark
I thought we got
bank
somebody
touchdown.
Down. I'm not sure what the.
One of the Rebels may be shaking up in the middle.
Eli Acker looks like to me.
Eli Acker came in. Eli plays on the PAT team. He's a senior from Columbus, Mississippi. I'm going to check on him. Hey, don't stop building your business, whether you're just starting out or looking to expand your enterprise. Trustmark offers money management solutions and expertise to help you meet your goals. Trustmark, people you trust, advice that works. Member FDIC. Another Trustmark touchdown for Ole Miss, 4th one of the night.
Illegal formation defense. Number 45 lined up over top of the center. The penalties declined. The result of the try is good.
I tried to see the replay on Eli Acker, and he goes down late. I don't know if somebody landed on his knee or what. That was Nicholas who was penalized for that. So the PAT will count. And we have a timeout with the Rebels leading now by a score of 31-7. We'll take a break on the Ole Miss Radio Network.
Oxford, Mississippi has been touted as the cultural mecca of the South, with good reason. Stay in one of Oxford's boutique hotels and spend your day browsing shops around the square or stop in at Roanoke, the home of Nobel Prize-winning author William Faulkner. At night, enjoy one of the many acclaimed restaurants, have a cocktail on a balcony overlooking downtown, or step into a speakeasy for a cozier vibe. Whatever your craving is, Oxford has it. Go to visitoxfordms.com for more information.
The Walk of Champions, built brick by brick, earned season after season. When you pass through its arch, you become a part of Ole Miss history and emerge with the fighting spirit of a rebel. Ford knows that strong traditions start with leadership, like Ford F-Series, America's best-selling trucks 47 years straight. Drive F-150, official truck of the Rebels, only at your Mississippi Ford dealer, based on 1977 to 2023 total sales.
You're listening to Ole Miss Football on the Ole Miss Sports Network from Learfield.
This is your captain. We are going to be experiencing some slight turbulence. Please fasten your... Oh, hold on. Just got a video of my cat.
Imagine the pilot of an airplane was as confident as you are texting and driving. Seems kind of crazy when you put it like that.
Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
Comes to a gun suicide attempt, all it takes is a moment.
Heather and I had an argument just like any other couple. I was lost. I had snapped. I had a gun and I was going to take my own life. Heather helped me realize that there was still a life to live for the better of myself, my family. My weapon is now safely put away.
A moment of crisis can happen to anyone. Store your guns, locked, unloaded, and away from ammo. Hear more safe stories at endfamilyfire.org. Brought to you by Brady and the Ad Council.
And the Rebels Can Do comes in red. Fourth downs throughout our games are sponsored by Mid-South Ag Equipment. They've been doing that all year. We appreciate them. Your North Mississippi Case IH equipment dealer. Getting the job done starts with choosing the right red tractor. Let Mid-South Ag Equipment help find the right red tractor for your operation with locations in Byhalia, Tunica, Clarksdale, and Sumner. Or visit them online at midsouthag.com because Can Do comes in red.
David.
Last pick six, Gator Bowl, 2006, Virginia Tech against Louisville. James Anderson, 39-yard pick six return, 50-yard pick six for Hamilton there here.
Yeah, Glenn just handed me this, David. The last time we intercepted a ball for a touchdown was against Texas A&M, 2021 for 52 yards. Would you like to guess who that might have been?
Who was that?
A.J. Finley.
A.J. Finley.
A.J. Finley.
Yeah, good play.
Playing safety for the Rebels.
Hey, I want to congratulate our Ole Miss women. Big win as they knocked off Auburn on the road in their first SEC game, 85-58. Coach Yo's bunch had 4 players in double digits, led by K.K. Deans, who had 20. Kennedy tied Williams behind her with 19, so 1-0 are the Rebels in SEC play. Men begin SEC play Saturday at 11 a.m., 10:30 airtime for us, against Georgia in Oxford. This kick goes into the end zone for a touchback. Harry will be there.
I'll be there.
Two of the best seats in the house.
Absolutely. Gina and I will be there straddling center court, row 5, seats 7 and 8, 103.
Get your tickets and come catch Mike White's team's coming back to Oxford. See if the Rebels can take care of.
They need to bounce back for a first win in the SEC.
Yep. Had a tough one with Memphis. SEC play beginning for Ole Miss. Georgia's off to their best start in years, 12-1.
12-1.
Harris, Brown, Stone, Demond Ellen are across the front this time, Harry.
Yes. Got some new, fresh blood, young players in their defensive line. Jamarius Brown, good player.
Beelan takes the snap, runs to his right, fires it on a deep out. Got his man, perfect throw to the 45-yard line to Jordan Moore, and then he's pushed out of bounds by Chris Graves. And we lost him on the sidelines over here, John Darnell, and he was wide open. Good throw.
Yeah, doing a good job of moving Beelan out of the pocket and give him some easier targets down the field, and a good route and a good throw right there.
Gain of 22 yards to the first down of the 47 officially.
Yeah, big play right there. Rebels just let him get loose in the secondary.
Ole Miss leading 31-7 over Duke with 7:45 to go in the third quarter. Crossing route, slant caught And tackled at the 43-yard line of Ole Miss is Painco. Quick pass, good throw. Washington on the tackle, and they'll move the chains again. This is a pickup of 11 yards.
Yeah, Duke decided just scratch the run game, David. Let's put it up. So they've turned a young quarterback loose. He's their future, perhaps. I think they've picked up a guy in the portal, maybe from Tulane or somewhere.
Yep.
But they're letting Beelan air it out this half, going down 31-7.
1st and 10 from the 42 of Ole Miss. Twin receivers to the left here for Beelan. He's going to hand this one off the left side. Chased down from behind is the running back, Jaquez Moore. As Kyrie Coleman got on his back, rode him like a horse, and brought him down at the 39 or 40. Let's say put it right at the 40. So 2-yard gain, 2nd down 8.
Yeah, good job there. Corey Coleman was able to run him down, as you said, from behind. He came off this outside on the blitz from the linebacker, but was able to run him down the opposite side for a short gain.
No, Jaden Kennedy's out. Yam Banks got hurt. Jaden Kennedy in the portal and not playing in this game. And it's interesting. You got Moore at the safety spot, so you got some changes here. He's talking about earlier.
You moved Trey Washington up to that nickelback.
Tony Boggs is in at tight end for Duke for the first time. Here's a handoff, plunging off the right tackle for not much. The 38 is Peyton Jones, a gain of 2, and Duke is left with a 3rd down and 6. Xavier Harris and J.J. Pegues combining on the tackle. Xavier Harris, of course, the 6'7 junior from Canton, Mississippi. He's credited with a block against Texas A&M last year. 3 career blocked field goals, 2 at Ole Miss, and then also gets to play on the defensive front. He's a monster of a man.
Yes, he is. He's gotten himself into an SEC type defensive body, David. He's 6'7", weighs 340 pounds, and
Junior
he looks the part.
From Canton, Mississippi. 3rd down and 8. Here's the snap. Beelan sprints out to his right, fires to the sidelines. He's got Brown, who hauls it in and has the 1st down. That was John. You can't do it much better than that. That's a pretty good throw by the sophomore.
Right. Yeah, a good comeback route right there by the wide receiver, and he laid it right where he had to put it to be completed.
They put it at the 28-yard line, so a 10-yard gain and a 1st down.
Yeah, Trey Washington had him look like manned up, John, but he just got beat on the out route and came back to the quarterback, and he threw a dime in there.
Quayshawn Brown has shown some really good hands, a redshirt freshman for Duke. Duke's got 3 receivers to the left. Here's the snap, and wanting to throw it, and he does throw it up for grabs almost. As Beelan, he was lucky there was nobody there. It just fell softly at the 10-yard line. It's well short of the intended receiver, Jones, on a wheel route. And our 2 guys that were covering back there, unable to get to it, Saunders or Moore. And you had pretty good pressure from Kyrie Coleman.
Yeah, the pressure got to him, David. I think Amanda Malin, or maybe it was Coleman, hit him as he let go of the ball, and that's why it fell harmlessly to the turf. 2 Rebels had a shot, couldn't get to it.
2nd down 10 for Duke at the Ole Miss 28. Lewis Moore, John Saunders were back covering there. This is an empty set, 5 wide here for Duke on 2nd and 10. Ball on the right hash. Rebels lead 31-7. 5 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. Out route caught. Not a good throw. It's behind the receiver, Higgins. He reached behind him and snagged it, and then was tackled immediately at the 24. They end up getting 4 yards out of that. That receiver helped the quarterback there. Lewis Moore on the tackle.
Yes, he did, David. Terrific catch there, having to go behind him to catch it. But Lewis Moore from that safety position came up and really did a good job of bringing him down.
3rd down and 6 for Duke at the Ole Miss 24. Left hash now. Back in at tight end is Jake Taylor. He's tight end on the right side on the line of scrimmage, right by the tackle. Harris checks out of the game, and in comes Princely Uman-Mielen, who had been out for a moment. Big 3rd down here. Receiver comes in motion. They may be playing 4-down territory. Duke may be. There's the snap, and he's going to hand it off to Moore. Runs to his left, ran into his own guy, which knocked him off track. Brown was coming to the near side. I don't know if they're going to do a reverse or what, but they ran at each other, slowed them down, and Perkins able to make the tackle.
Well, Perkins was right there. He actually missed the tackle, but he was right there.
Yeah,
I thought he was going to
Daughtery made the tackle.
Make the tackle. I thought Perkins was going to drop him for a big loss, but he was able to shake away from Perkins. But it is 4th down, and obviously Duke down 31-7. They're going for it.
2-yard loss, John Darnell. What was that supposed to be?
Looked like a reverse, but Perkins got penetration right there and made the wide receiver run inside instead of outside. So the back had to keep it, and he couldn't hand it off.
4th and 8 for Duke. They're going for it from the Ole Miss 26. The Rebels have 5 DBs in there. Here comes pressure up the middle. He wants to throw, lobs it near side, and incomplete at the 10-yard line. 2 out routes, both covered very well, Harry, and it'll be Ole Miss's football.
Without a doubt, the Rebels manned up in the secondary, David, and brought pressure, and the pressure got to the young quarterback, Beelan. He just simply made a bad throw.
Rebels will take over the 26. We got a timeout. 3:22 to go in the third quarter. Ole Miss 31, Duke 7 on the Ole Miss Radio Network.
Pickup truck, sports car, motorcycle, minivan, townhouse, 2-story, farmhouse, fixer-upper. What you drive and where you live is different for everyone, so it's important to have insurance that fits your needs and is just right for you. At Shelter Insurance, we understand that, which is why our agents help you design a comprehensive auto, home, and life insurance plan. Insurance that fits just right. Find an agent at shelterinsurance.com to get started. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. Let's huddle up and make things happen with the only cards for the Grove. The Ole Miss Regions Visa Debit Card and Prepaid Regions Now Card. They're a win for your wallet and a big hottie toddy, whether you're purchasing stuff for game day or every day. Want to go all in on confidently showing your Ole Miss pride? Order your card now at regions.com/go Rebels. Regions, official bank of the SEC. Member FDIC. Terms, conditions, and fees apply.
Ole Miss, Duke. This is the 2025 Gator Bowl on the Ole Miss Sports Network from Learfield.
You say you never give in to a meltdown and never fill your feed with kid photos. You say you'd never put a pacifier in your mouth to clean it and never let them run wild through the grocery store. So when you say you'd never let them get into a car without you there, no, it can happen. 1 in 4 hot car deaths happen when a kid gets into an unlocked car and can't get out. Never happens. Before you leave the car, always stop, look, lock. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
The possibility of lung cancer can be pretty scary, especially if you're one of approximately 8 million current or former smokers at high risk. That's why SaveByTheScan.org wants you to know that now there's a breakthrough low-dose CT scan that can detect lung cancer early, and it only takes 60 seconds. You stop smoking, now start screening. For an easy quiz to see if you're eligible, visit SaveByTheScan.org. It could save your life. SaveByTheScan.org is brought to you by the American Lung Association's Lung Force Initiative and the Ad Council.
Ole Miss takes over after Duke fails on a 4th down at the 26-yard line of the Rebels. Jackson Dart still in the game. Jackson Dart coaches All-SEC first team, Connolly Trophy winner. He's going to participate in the 25 Senior Bowl. First at Ole Miss in quarterback wins at 27. Looks like he's on his way to 28. The Rebels can keep it going. Total offense, passing yards, 300-yard game. He's got an outside shot of breaking a Gator Bowl record of total yardage as well, but he will stay in the game for the moment at least. Coors Light Mountain Cold Refreshment. Choose chill. Official corporate partner of Ole Miss Athletics. Celebrate responsibly. From the 26, Dart in the gun formation. There's the snap. He's going to hand it off to Bentley off right tackle. Got a little bit of a seam. Nice blocking there by the Rebel offensive line. Cross the 30 up to the 34-yard line. That'll be an 8-yard gain, Harry. 2nd and 2.
Yeah, outside read zone, David just simply handed it off to Bentley. Was able to get outside the guard and tackle there and turned it up for a really nice gain.
Tackle by Michael Reese. 2nd and 2 for Ole Miss from the 34. Again, right hash. Handoff, and that's going to be Bentley again. He gets to the 35, the 40, the 46-yard line. It'll be a first down for Ole Miss, another Cadence Bank first down. You know, John, I like the fact that Prescorn kind of loops back in the middle. You get an extra blocker up the middle. He's a great blocker.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, we've seen that, and we've inserted people this year at times, and, Bentley's just had a great game tonight. He's made some good cuts, some good runs, and good to see him in there.
1st and 10 with the 46 for Ole Miss. 2:26 to go in the third quarter. Dart fakes the handoff in the pocket, flushed. He runs out to his left against the grain. He's going to fire deep down there for Watkins. Caught at the 3-yard line. What a throw and catch by the Rebel offense.
Wow, runner to his left side, David. He's right-handed. He had to stop, square up down the field, and threw a dart down about the – Dart threw a dart to Jordan Watkins on the 3-yard line.
Goodness gracious.
Great toss. Absolutely great toss.
51 yards. JD, could you do that one in the day?
Maybe in 2 or 3 throws. They give you 3 throws to throw it like that.
Well, first time you had to get away from the pressure, right,
That's
JD?
right. That probably would have got me. But what a great route. Jordan Watkins not giving up on him, coming all the way across the field like that. Make that catch and stay in bounds.
The Rebels are in the green zone, presented by Wade Incorporated. Visit them online at wadeinc.com. I got that one as a 51-yard grab. We got the jumbo package, direct snap to Piggies, but the flags are flying, an illegal procedure, possibly against Ole Miss. Dart was on the sidelines and just fired a strike.
False start.
So Watkins, we watched the replay.
5-yard penalty, it's still first down.
So a little false start there. You don't like that. 5-yard penalty will bring it back to the 8-yard line.
How many years ago did we change illegal procedure to false start?
I don't know.
We don't call it illegal procedure anymore.
JJ checks out, so we're going to get the jumbo package
get some
out
receivers
of there.
back in there.
Yep. Wright is in at tight end. 2 receivers, White out to the right toward the sidelines, pretty far wide right. Bentley's still the running back. Glenn, what are Bentley's numbers now? He is now at 13 carries, 62 yards and a touchdown, 4.8 average for Bentley. And there's the handoff to Bentley. Starts right, comes back left. He's the 5. He's in the end zone. Touchdown, Ole Miss. He just outran everybody.
Yeah, he did, David. Short side of the field. They handed it to him. It should have been a run off the A or B gap, but he just kicked it outside and speed ran away from the Duke defenders to put up another score.
Second touchdown of the game for Bentley, his 5th of the year. And the Rebels extend the lead to 37-7.
Where's he been all year?
I don't
Does anybody know?
He did a good job on this run.
Well, he's certainly healthy and certainly fresh.
Got just inside the pylon on an 8-yard touchdown run. Davis to attempt the PAT. Ole Miss fans chanting, Bentley, Bentley. Snap back. Pollock with a hold. His short, perfect snap, and they convert the PAT. 38-7. It's Chucky Mullins to 7. I love the number 38. 1:20 to go here in quarter number 3. 4 plays, 74 yards, 202. Bentley with the 8-yard touchdown run, but the 51-yard strike to Jordan Watkins, about as good a throw and catch as you'll see in a collegiate football game.
Yes, it is. All SEC. Jackson dart, absolutely threw a dart down about the 3-yard line, David. Running to his left, had to square those shoulders up on the run and just threw it on a dime down there to Jordan Watkins. And that tacks in more throwing yardage in this game. He's chasing the Gator Bowl passing record, as Glenn has alluded to, but we got a little closer with that toss.
That touchdown presented by friends at Trustmark Bank. Don't stop thinking about tomorrow. When you have a bank you can trust, you have the confidence to take on tomorrow. Trustmark, people you trust, advice that works. Member FDIC.
Like little Chris Kiffin down there with the lane train.
Is that
that's little Chris Kiffin on the shoulders of some of those players.
He's taking over for Hess.
He's taking over for
Jonathan
for
Hess
Knox.
used to do that, or for Knox.
Yeah.
Here's the kick, and this will go into the end zone. It's going to be another touchback, and Duke will start at the 25-yard line.
Yeah, you know, Lane alluded to it in our interview with him, David, that the Rebels have had a really good pre-bowl practice. He thought they had really had some good practices. It shows tonight, 38-7, the Rebels. But there's some big plays in this game. Obviously, a pick 6. Good night for Ole Miss, both sides of the football.
You know, Harry, not only has Lane surrounded himself with an outstanding group of assistant coaches, position coaches,
yes,
but the analyst. You know, and we don't talk about them maybe as much, but this is an incredible group of people that have come in to help.
It has been. NFL coaches, NFL scouts. I mean, it's a hodgepodge of guys, but really good players.
Really runs to his right. Beeland's going to throw it away. Nobody open. He got away from heavy pursuit from Cam Franklin, who's getting the play.
Freshman.
Cam, the freshman from Lake Carmel, Mississippi. He'll be in the center of the conversation next year.
Yes, sir. 6'5", already about 285 at that strong side defensive end. Broke through the line of scrimmage. Just Beeland was able to get away from him, but made a valiant effort to get him around the ankles, but missed. But it did force
Tyler
him.
Banks is checked in
Throw it
the
away.
game.
Yeah, linebacker number 34.
William Eccles, Chris Hardy, all of those guys are in. Dart, by the way, now is 24 of 31, 301 yards, 2 TDs. Bentley, 14 carries, 70 yards, and 2 touchdowns. 2nd and 10 for Duke from the 25. Leading on the snap, being pressured up the middle, crossing route, slant route, caught. Nice grab, nice run. Up to the 38-yard line goes Hagens, hitting perfectly on a slant. And Trey Washington makes the tackle, but he was under duress and made a nice throw. They spotted at the 37-yard line, so that's a 12-yard gain, a first down for the Blue Devils. Ready again. Quick pass, hitch route, far side of the 40. Falling to the 42 is Paincoll. He'll get 5. It'll be 2nd and 5.
Yeah, obviously Duke is falling behind 38-7, David, as the third quarter is about to wind down. They're going to have to air it out here to see if they can get back in this game. But Rebels got the young freshman group in here along the defensive front to see if we can see what next year looks like.
Eccles, a freshman from Houston, Mississippi. Back to throw Beelan to the far sidelines, and a one-handed grab by Paincoll. If he was in bounds, they say no, he's out of bounds. What a grab, though. He was guarded very well by Trey Amos, who's incredible, but man, he couldn't stay in bounds. It'll be incomplete.
Another look at it on the big screen, but
look at that grab. He tried to come down. The right foot was out of bounds, about 1.5 inches?
Yeah, his toe came down out of bounds. Trey Amos right there with him, and but was kind of forced him out of bounds when he caught it. But he came down with his feet, with his toes out of bounds.
Chris Hardy, who was in the game, senior from Vincent, Alabama. We've gone back now to Ivy, Harris, Perkins, and Imani Ellen on a 3rd down and long. 3rd down at the 41 is where they placed it earlier, so it's 3rd down and 6. There's the snap. Being chased behind his Beelan, launches it downfield, incomplete. He had 2 receivers in the four. He has split receivers a lot, John, seemingly just kind of in between 2 guys on an out route.
Yeah, he's been on the run a lot, and just threw that one out there, and I think probably was trying to throw that one away.
Brown was in the vicinity, but he got really popped hard by Perkins. You know, that's another young man that has just been incredible since arriving on campus.
Yes.
Young guy, sophomore from Raleigh, Mississippi. He's tallied 10.5 sacks on the season, just 2 short of the single-season record. Earned 3rd team All-SEC from the league's coaches. Only a sophomore, Perkins.
Yeah, came in as a 5-star linebacker, David, and they've shifted him out to that rush-in type position, and he's got a really bright future ahead of him.
Micah Davis back to receive this punt. He will call a fair catch off the foot of Reynoldson around the 16-yard line. Ends up being about a 43-yarder, and the Rebels will take over with only 9 seconds to go here in the 3rd quarter, leading 38-7.
Yeah, Jackson Dart warming up once again. David, looks like we're going to get another series out of him. We'll see at some point. I'm sure they'll let him take a bench, but right now, number 2's out there to guide this Rebel offense once again.
He will have this time in the backfield Logan Diggs, which is great to see him out there. We saw him early. Hadn't played a lot, but this game will not count against this redshirt year he's got. He's a senior transfer from LSU, dealing with a leg injury. 1st and 10 for the Rebels at the 16. Wright goes in motion, the tight end, loops back to the left side. Fake on the handoff. Dart is going to take off running, and he will now swing it near side on a lateral to right to the 30, 35 to the 38. He threw it behind to right. That looked like a design play, John Darnell. What do you think?
Yeah, I don't know. It looked kind of like Mahomes to Kelsey play right there. He run down the field and about to get tackled, just splits it out to the tight end, Daquan Wright, for a big gain.
To the 39, a 23-yard pickup for another Cadence Bank first down. Robinson made the tackle, and that's the last play of the quarter.
Yeah, pretty nifty. What a heady play.
38-7, Ole Miss after 3. We'll be back on the Ole Miss Radio Network.
Dad.
Yeah, buddy. Cough medicine on the way. How do you do it? How do you handle a fever of 102, working from home on a big presentation?
Hon, did you book the plane tickets?
Yep, on it. And that upcoming trip to the in-laws. We have no idea, but with C Spire Fiber, you've got up to 40 times faster home internet with the bandwidth to handle your bandwidth. C Spire, inspired by you.
Hear that? The sound of water being poured on 800-degree rocks. If you were here in this sauna, you'd be so hot you wouldn't have the energy to move. But you're not here. Because your self-care happens out on the road, riding your motorcycle protected by Progressive. Besides, after a long ride, a helmet sweat is way more satisfying. So if you ride, switch to Progressive, America's #1 motorcycle insurer, without even breaking a sweat. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states.
This is the 2025 Gator Bowl.
The Rebels score! Touchdown, Ole Miss!
A on the Ole Miss Sports Network from Learfield.
I'm a pretty great multitasker. I can wash dishes and do laundry. I can roller skate while walking my dog. I can even order lunch while doing my homework. But I can't use my phone while driving. A distracted driver is one of the leading causes of death in the United States. So when it comes to driving, please, don't be a multitasker.
Don't drive distracted. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
All right, son. Time to put out this campfire.
Dad, we learned about this in school.
Oh, did you now? Okay. What's first?
Smokey Bear said to.
First drown it with a bucket of water, then stir it with a shovel.
Wow, you sound just like him.
Then he said.
If it's still warm, then do it again.
Where can I learn all this?
It's all on SmokeyBear.com with other wildfire prevention tips, because only you can prevent wildfires.
Brought to you by the USDA Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
After further review, it was a legal forward pass at the 17-yard line. A 5-yard penalty from the spot of the foul, loss of down. It'll be second down at the 12-yard line.
It was a legal forward pass.
Quarter.
It should be an illegal forward pass.
Illegal forward pass. His little nose has gotten.
Wow, I want to see the replay on that myself. That sure looked like an obvious backwards pass.
He threw it backwards, but the time he caught it, he was right there close to
Maybe
where
so.
he was.
I don't know.
I mean,
Mississippi Ford dealers and the Ford F-150 official truck of your Ole Miss Rebels.
That's a bummer. That was a really neat play.
That's not going to count.
No.
Gosh, I'd like to see that again. I really would. We did not get a replay opportunity.
I bet they'll show that again. They showed it as a quarter ended up here. But
Rebels leading 38-7, so you can scratch the 23-yard play to right.
And we get a 5-yard penalty. And lost it down.
We're going to be way back there. Where are they going to put it? Instead of the 39-yard line, we're going to be around the 12.
Mm-hmm.
And it'll be second down.
In the Duke band.
Second and 15 from the 12-yard line.
Crazy. Yeah.
From the 12. Second and 15 for Ole Miss. As we start the fourth quarter, the Rebels leading 38-7. Gosh, that's a backwards pass, isn't it? We just did get the replay opportunity. Dart to throw, in trouble, and spikes it as he's going down to the ground. He did have Diggs in the vicinity. David Anderson was back there.
Yeah, Duke got some pressure on him.
I've just watched that again. It still looks like a backwards pass to me. I know we're prejudiced, but nonetheless.
The quarterback was down at the 4-yard line prior to throwing the pass.
Yeah, it looked like
it's third down.
That was the right call. It looked like his left elbow was down. So the Rebels going the wrong way. Third down now, and 23. As the Rebs lost 6 yards or 7 yards on that one. Are they going to look at this again?
Got a little stoppage here. I think Duke is wanting them to. I think Duke is wanting them to review that, but that's not what's going to happen. Glenn let me know that it was not reviewable.
So the Rebels have third down. What about 23? The board says 22. Got to get out to the 26, and we're on the 4-yard line. There's the snap. Dart's going to run a quarterback draw straight ahead. Just give us some breathing room up to the 12-yard line. We'll gain 8 on that one. And it will be fourth and long. The punt team will come out.
Yeah, that big turnaround where they call a forward illegal pass instead of a backwards pass that Dart and Jaquan Wright had hooked up early as the third quarter ended. It turned out to be a 5-yard penalty. Now the Rebels having to punt out of their own end zone.
Frazier Mazin, 46.2 average, as long as 65. Going to punt out of the end zone. out of Brisbane, Australia. Kicks it away. Ooh, off the side of the foot. That's going to take a Rebel bounce, though, and a good one. To the 40, to the 35, to the 30, to the 29-yard line. Goodness gracious, that's a 60-yard punt unofficially is what I got. And it didn't go but about 20 yards in the air, seemed like.
Better be lucky than good sometime.
We'll take a break as Duke will have the ball when we come back with Ole Miss leading 38-7 with 13:28 to go on the Ole Miss Radio Network.
For decades, the Case IH Patriot Sprayer has put every drop of product exactly where you want it. But on today's operations, it takes more than timely, accurate spraying to drive profitability. You need complete vehicle control, a comfortable cab with built-in luxuries, remote management capabilities, and even more precise spraying technology. The Case IH Patriot 50 Series Sprayer delivers all that. Plus, a bold look that embodies everything you expect from Case IH. Welcome to the future of product application. To learn more about the Patriot 50 Series Sprayer, contact Mid-South Ag Equipment in Byhalia, Mississippi today.
The Grove Collective is here to support, elevate, and protect the well-being of all our student athletes through a wide range of NIL opportunities and initiatives. The Collective is designed to deliver a best-in-class NIL experience, worthy of the student athletes who give their all for Ole Miss. Visit thegrovecollective.com and learn more about the premium access and experiences the platform provides for our members, corporate partners, and our athletes. To support all Ole Miss athletes and their NIL platforms, please visit thegrovecollective.com and become a member.
Hey, Rebel fans. For more than 50 years, Mississippi Asthma and Allergies board-certified team of allergists has treated patients by identifying triggers and creating personalized treatment plans. Now, with 8 convenient locations across Mississippi, including Oxford, we're right next door when you need us. Treating infants to adults and Ole Miss students. Find our clinic nearest you at msaac.com. Mississippi Asthma and Allergy, helping Mississippi live life to the fullest and allergy-free.
Rebel fans, Ole Miss basketball season is here, and we want you to help us pack the SJB Pavilion. Single game tickets are on sale now for both men's and women's basketball. Prices start as low as $5 for the women's games and $10 for the men's. You can purchase your tickets by visiting OleMissTix.com or by calling the Ole Miss ticket office at 662-915-7167. Hotty toddy. After officially a 59-yard punt by Frazier Mazin, Duke will take over at the 29-yard line, trailing Ole Miss 38-7 with 13:28 to go in the game. Hey, every spring, Oxford's charming streets come alive with vibrant events like the renowned Double-Decker Arts Festival in Oxford. Every step feels meaningful and every moment lingers. Come experience a place that inspires your story. Start planning at visitoxfordms.com. Leland throwing an out route, got his man, a little hitch route, and breaks the first tackle, trying to get away and spun down to 35 or 4 is Jordan Moore. Xavier Harris out there to grab him and sling him down. We'll see where they officially spotted. Looks like at just shy of the 35. We'll give him 6 yards, second and a long 4, if you will.
And, David, that is a terrific play by number 51, Xavier Harris. He's rushing the quarterback. He winds up making the tackle.
6'7", 320 junior from Canton, Mississippi.
Amazing.
Handoff, that's going to be Peyton Jones, and Jones is going to be gobbled up by, that's Harris again.
Yes, it is.
He ran off the right side, and Harris just smothered him and dropped him at the 37, a 2-yard gain. So 3rd down and 2 coming up.
Yeah, he'd be one of the leading defensive tackles for the Rebels come next year. He and Jamarius Brown and a couple of those freshmen.
His
William
body
Eccles.
type, we're talking about 6'7", 3, but he's gotten more physical looking, hasn't he?
He's changed his body style for sure from when he first got to Ole Miss.
3rd down and 2 from the 37. There's a handoff straight ahead. Close to the first down is Peyton Jones. It'll depend upon the spot. Kyrie Coleman and Tyler Banks on the tackle. Tyler getting a chance to play as well, the junior from Blackstone, Virginia, at linebacker.
Looks like it's going to be 4th and a little short, David.
Yep, got about a yard, about a half a yard short. You got about a yard and a half on that play. So 4th down, half a yard, and Duke is going to go for it, looks like. They're bringing their tight end back into the game, Jake Taylor.
The ruling on the field is the run was short of the line to gain. That play is under further review.
So they want to take a peek at this.
Yeah, it's a good time to take a timeout.
gives us a chance, not getting into a lot of specifics, but John, I'll add you to this. We have watched, like everybody else, like fans, the portal gets, the retention of the team, all of those things. NIL, of course, is a big part of it. We're going to take a break here. But when we come back, I want to kind of get y'all's thoughts on the future of the Ole Miss football program. Just a moment on the Ole Miss Radio Network.
College football fans, Chris Fowler here with the play call. This season, go for Dose with ice-cold refreshing Dos Equis. It's more than a single play. It's a mindset. Think of it as a 2-point conversion for real life. Taking the risk, making the bold move. Whenever we get the chance to go big, we take it. On the field and off, always go for Dose with Dos Equis.
Enjoy Dos Equis responsibly. Copyright 2024 Dos Equis Lager Especial Beer. Imported by Cervezas Mexicanas, White Plains, New York.
I'll be honest, I love clearance sales for the great prices, but what I really love is the thrill of the hunt. And right now at Kohl's Ultimate Clearance Event, there are so many hidden gems waiting to be discovered. I just went and saved 70% on cute dresses, cozy sweaters, pajamas for my whole family, and that was just the start. So if you also enjoy seeking out big savings, get to Kohl's, where the hunt is on. Select styles, offers end January 20th. Some exclusions apply. See store or Kohls.com for details.
Listen up. Next quarter, we need points on the board and better defense. Johnson, you with me?
Yes, Coach.
What's the difference between your business and your football team?
So next quarter, we need sales on the board and stronger network security. Johnson, you with me?
Yes, Coach. I mean, boss.
Your business doesn't stop after fourth quarter. With C Spire, you've got the technology to win today and stay ahead of what's next. From cloud solutions to cybersecurity. C Spire, inspired by you.
College sports fans now have access to hundreds of weekly podcasts that zero in on the college sports world. Now available in the Varsity Podcast Network and part of the new Varsity app. The app is free and available from wherever you get your favorite apps. Download the Varsity app today to have access to hundreds of national podcasts as well as your favorite team-focused podcasts. The Varsity Podcast Network, now available for free on the Varsity app. Download from the App Store and listen today.
(38-7) Ole Miss leads Duke with 11:51 to go here in the game. Jackson Dart with his 15th 300-yard passing game. He adds to his school record in that category. Let's start with John again. You heard my thoughts going into the break about the future of the program. What do you think, John?
Yeah, well, I mean, if we stay like it is, which, it's a mess, but I just think we got great people in place. I mean, Walker Jones and Collective done such a great job, and all the personnel people that Coach Kiffin has on staff and have done just such a great job evaluating players and plugging them in where we need players. And, I just trust the people we got in place right now. If it stays like it is.
We've got a general manager called Billy Glasscock, came from the Texas organization, and he's really was tuned in and believed that everything Lane Kiffin wanted to do with the program, and that really brought him to Oxford, and the future's bright.
4th down and a half a yard for Duke. Here comes pressure. There's the handoff, and hitting the backfield and dropped shy of the first down is Jaquez Moore. Ivy got there first and plastered him, and Jared is celebrating downfield with his other teammates, and Ole Miss will take
Time
over.
out of the field for an injured player.
Wow. This defense, guys, has just been lights out. Pete Golding has been huge as an additions defense coordinator, but the people that we've added in the portal from last year have made this team. Yeah, really, 2 years ago.
Jared Ivey, he's been here 3 years, but these four guys across the front absolutely are all stars. Could play for any school in the country. You put all of them together. They're here at Ole Miss, and they've set all kind of records this year.
1 yard loss, in fact, to the 38. And the Rebels will take over at the Duke 38-yard line, already leading 38-7. And
you'd like to put one more score in there, David, and then let's maybe get Simmons in at quarterback.
11:37 left to play. Jackson Dart at QB. Dominique Thomas is the running back. He's got 3 receivers left. Prescorn's one of those. Wright, the other tight end as well, with Lee. There's the snap. It's going to be a reverse to Juice Wells. He's following right and gets downfield to about the 34. Got upended there by Robinson, who really saved the day. That might have been to the house if he had got under his legs there.
And Wright was out in front of him to block, but he didn't bother to block this guy, and he tripped him up for only about a 4-yard gain.
4-yard gain, 2nd and 6. Ball on the left hash from the 34 of Duke. 2 receivers right. Wright is one of those with Watkins, and Prescorn is playing an H-back right behind the right tackle. There's the snap, back to throw. Pass near side. Watkins all by himself on the sidelines, makes the catch, gets the first down to the 20 and out of bounds here on the near side around the 13-yard line. Another Cadence Bank first down for Ole Miss. The Rebels are right back in the green zone, presented by Wade Incorporated. Visit them online at wadeinc.com. Freeman on the tackle. They put it at the 13-yard line. That was a 21-yard pickup.
David had max protection on the quarterback.
Quick pass near side. Caden Lee's got a blocker. He's to the 5, spins to the 2, knocked out of bounds at the 1-yard line. Caden Lee almost took that one in.
Yeah, good job of blocking. Had 3 receivers on 2 defenders, and, of course, the speed of the defense of Duke finally got out there. But they'll bring in number 38, Jumbo.
They put it at the 2-yard line, so it'll be 1st and goal from the 2 on that Cadence Bank first down at the 1. Yeah, at the 1-yard line. He started to mark at the 2, then put it at the 1. I called it the 1 originally, and that's where it will be. 1st and goal from the 1. Jumbo package in. J.J. Pegues is actually playing tight end on the right side. Dart is under center. Quick pass, and it's going to be caught by Watkins, and he takes it in on a little quick hitter. And Jordan Watkins with his 10th career touchdown, and the Rebels extend the lead to 44-7.
Yeah, beautiful toss. When you throw the ball behind the line of scrimmage, your receivers can go downfield and block, and that's exactly what the play was designed to do, David. And they just moved those defenders back in the end zone. Jordan Watkins caught it about the 2 or the 3 and just simply walked into the end zone for the score.
Another Trustmark Bank touchdown. Don't stop investing in your future. Save for education or plan for an early retirement. For generations, Trustmark has helped people live their dreams. Let them help you. Trustmark, people you trust, advice that works. Wealth management is a division of Trustmark. And the PAT is also good for Caden Davis. Rebels leading 45-7 have dominated this game. Still 9:56 left to play here in the 80th Gator Bowl. 4 plays, 38 yards. Stopped Duke cold on a 4th down effort, took advantage of the short field, and officially a 1-yard catch for Watkins for the TD. Rebels up. We'll take a break on the Ole Miss Radio Network.
Hey, Rebel fans. Got a house hotter than a Mississippi summer or pipes colder than your team's rival? It's time to call Air South Cooling, Heating, Plumbing, and Electrical. Whether it's cooling you down, heating you up, fixing those leaky pipes, or keeping your lights on, Air South's got your back. We're the champions of home comfort, just like your Rebels on the field. Call Air South Cooling, Heating, Plumbing, and Electrical today, where your home is our home field. Call Air South now at 662-304-8412. Air South, we care more.
Head coach Mike Bianco and the Ole Miss Rebels are gearing up for a new season, and they need you to bring the energy to Swayze this spring. What better way to experience Swayze showers than with a season ticket to all the action? Secure your spot today at OleMissTix.com.
The Walk of Champions, built brick by brick, earned season after season. When you pass through its arch, you become a part of Ole Miss history and emerge with the fighting spirit of a rebel. Ford knows that strong traditions start with leadership, like Ford F-Series, America's best-selling trucks 47 years straight. Drive F-150, official truck of the Rebels, only at your Mississippi Ford dealer, based on 1977 to 2023 total sales.
Which schools will take home the prestigious Learfield Directors Cup as the top college athletic programs for the 2024-25 college athletics season? You can follow the standings of your favorite team or alma mater at L Directors Cup on Twitter and online at thedirectorscup.com. Trophies will be awarded in June 2025 to the winning institutions in all college sports divisions. Learfield Directors Cup, the crowning achievement in college athletics.
Head coach Jamie Traxel and Ole Miss Softball invite you to ring in an exciting season this spring. Be the first to experience the brand new Ole Miss Softball Stadium as a season ticket holder and never miss a pitch, swing, or hit. Make history by securing your seat today at OleMissTix.com.
Kiffin.
Ole Miss with the touchdown, go up 45-7 on their way to a victory. Maybe 9:56 left to play in the fourth quarter. Jackson Dart now is 26 of 34, 335 yards, 3 touchdowns, 11 rushes for 41 yards. He's 73 yards shy of the Gator Bowl passing record. Is Jackson Dart. And the Rebels now set to kick. Peyton Jones and Hagans are back to receive. Caden Davis ready to kick it. Dart now 7th all-time passer in Gator Bowl history.
Through 3.5 quarters.
21-yard catch by Watkins was really big in that short drive, and then you had the catch and run by Caden Lee to set up the touchdown to Watkins' short pass. Here's the kick. That also will be into the end zone, another touchback. And
it's been all Rebels tonight for sure, David. The Rebels have come defensively, offensively. They look like they hadn't missed a beat since the Mississippi State game, and everybody's been rested. Had a few injuries that didn't get to play, but by and large, this team stuck together. As they said, the band of brothers wanted one more shot together, and they've had a good night.
Chris Hardy has come back in the game, the senior from Vincent, Alabama. He transferred in from Jacksonville State, had 21.5 sacks in his career at Jacksonville State. TJ Banks is in for the first time, freshman from Tuscaloosa, Alabama, 4-star from Hillcrest High.
Yeah, he's a bright player for the future out here at corner. I believe he's going to wind up being a safety in next year's scheme.
Nick Cull is in at safety, the sophomore from Donaldsonville, Georgia, in for Ole Miss too. There's a little forward pass on a sweep to Peyton Jones, and Jones got some running room across the 30, 35. He's going to get the first down up to about the 38-yard line. He'll pick up 13 on that. First down, Duke, and tackled by Tyler Banks.
Yeah, good job of running that. We'll call it a speed sweep. It's actually a pass, but it's a speed sweep with a little toss, and we didn't get the edge set.
First down for the Blue Devils. They go to the line of scrimmage quickly here. 4-man front for Ole Miss. Snap to Beelan. And he will hand it off again to Jones this time. Not the little forward pass, but he's gobbled up and tackled at the line of scrimmage. No game. That's Brandon Turnage.
That's Lafayette County High School right there. Brandon Turnage came up and made a good tackle. That safety position.
Second and 10 now
read it
for
perfectly.
Duke. 9:02 to go here in the game. 45-7 Ole Miss leads. Second down 10 from the 38 for Duke. Right hash in motion will go more to the far side to be the lone receiver on the short side of the field over there. Snap to Beelan, 4-man rush. He's in the pocket to throw, lobs it near sidelines. Got a man out there, overshoots him just a little bit. There comes a late flag, 15 yards behind the pass. It was intended for Panko.
I think they're going to get a hold on T.J. Banks, David. He hands on him a little too far downfield.
Prior to the pass being thrown, holding defense number 19. 10-yard penalty includes an automatic first down.
That is T.J. Banks.
Yeah, Panko, he just had his hands on him a little too far downfield, and that's who the quarterback threw it to. Kind of an easy call from the back judge.
That'll bring it to the 48-yard line.
T.J. Banks came in as a safety, David, and they made him a corner immediately. So if you can play corner in this league, you can certainly play safety.
First down for Duke at their own 48, just shy of midfield. Here comes an offside blitz, and the handoff is to Jones, and he ran right into Nick Cull. So that was a blitz that worked on a run play there, John. Sometimes they'll pan out for you pretty good.
Yeah, timed it perfect off the edge right there. Cull getting in to make the tackle. And, a good call on the defense right there. Just perfect timing for Cull.
Yeah, Nick Cull, a young man out of the state of Georgia, put out a lot of good football players. We were able to pluck him away, but he's got a bright future also in that secondary.
Second and 10 from the 48 of Duke. Right hash again. Trips to the right, but now in motion to the near side comes the tight end Taylor. He settles in a slot to give twin receivers both sides. Here comes Ivy up the middle. Quick pass near side's going to be caught across the 50 to the 48. Goes Peyton Jones. Ivy almost in position to bat that one down. Or Cam Franklin, 14, not 15. William Eccles, Tyler Banks in on that tackle. They'll spot it at the Ole Miss 48, so that'll be a 4-yard gain. Third down and 6 coming up.
David, you got to see the speed of William Eccles, the freshman defensive tackle. He just came. He was the guy that made the tackle on that little toss sweep out to the running back, and that's a 6'3", 310-pound freshman defensive tackle.
From Houston, Mississippi.
Great speed.
3rd down and 6 for Duke for the Ole Miss 48. Beeland to throw in the pocket. Runs out to his right. Now lobs it downfield, and it's going to be busted up incomplete. Javon Harvey was the intended receiver, and he's shaken up and down on the turf. Trey Washington broke it up.
Timeout for an injured player.
He just kind of lobbed that one, and Washington able to get in there and hit him as the ball got there.
Well, he had 2 receivers right in the same area. I think Washington was actually covering the other receiver, but he threw it, kind of lobbed it in there. So Washington was able to come off of his guy and hit the receiver right in the chest, so he's still on the turf.
We hope Harvey's okay. He's a transfer from Old Dominion, Norfolk, Virginia for Duke. We owe you a station ID while they check on him. We'll pause 10 seconds on the Ole Miss Radio Network. Again, remind you, next network broadcast will wrap up football tonight. It's kind of bittersweet for us. We've been hanging together for a long time. We got basketball Saturday, though. Georgia Bulldogs coming to Oxford at 11 o'clock. 10:30 will be our airtime for the first SEC game of the year for Coach Chris Beard's bunch.
You and I I just finished 23 seasons with you, David.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
How many? We've been talking about that. Glenn's like 180, right? How many games, Glenn? I forgot
tonight.
To ask you.
588 tonight.
588 in a row.
Without missing a game.
Oh, my gosh. Rick's been rolling with us for a while. 20-something years. Fish is the young buck, 16 years. How many years are you now? 19? You ain't that old. you add Mississippi State, and Houston's pushing 50.
Oh,
right?
Yeah.
Long time.
But he's having a lot more fun with us.
Ain't no doubt. He was Jack Crystal's engineer for years, a great Jack Crystal, and ended up at Ole Miss. I think it was a portal thing, and we paid him a lot more NIL money.
We're able to get Steve Davenport to portal him in here, right?
Davenport did a great job of that capacity, no doubt. 40th year with the radio.
40th year.
Wow. I'm 36 years. All y'all older than me, though.
Yeah.
I started young. Ole Miss 4 TFLs in this game, 4 plays, no gain as well in the contest. We talked about the defense right out of the chute, and they have just absolutely been fantastic again. Right now, 4th down and 6, and Duke will go for it from their own 48 as Harvey was helped off the field. There's a snap to Beeland, a 3-man rush. He's looking to pass, dumps it over the middle. He's got his man, a crossing route, and caught by Pancole, and he'll get the first down as he was going across the field at the 45 Ole Miss and cut back downfield. It's the first down.
Yeah, we had it defensed perfectly, David. We had Corey Coleman as a linebacker chasing Pancole, but he took a bad angle, was able to get away from him, was Pancole, and picked up the first down.
And it picked up 15 yards on the play. Made a really nice catch, too, John Darnell. It's behind him a little bit, wasn't it?
Yeah, a shallow cross route. He throws it, and he reaches behind him with one hand and catches it. And like Harry said, bad angle by Corey Coleman.
First down for Duke at the Ole Miss 33. This will be a handoff. So they're going to run this one, and straight ahead to the 30 goes Jones. There was a point in this game. They had only 32 yards rushing. They have not had much rushing at all in the contest, but this will be a 3-yard gain, 2nd and 7. Jamarius Brown out of Moss Point 33. And Eccles combined on the tackle.
Yeah, the rushing has not been very good tonight. They have not had a good year statistically rushing, and tonight is 33. Is it
35 now?
35.
That carry, only 35 total yards rushing. Ole Miss has 457 yards of total offense. Duke 250 now. From the 30, 2nd down and 7. 5:58 to go in the game. Ole Miss 45, Duke 7 is our score. You just joined us. Man in motion, handoff. That's more churning those legs. Nice run there, or rather Jones, Peyton Jones. He gets inside the 25 to the 23, and that's right at the first down marker. There comes a flag as well after the play. It will be a first down to the 23-yard line. Pickup of 7.
After the play was over, unsportsmanlike conduct, offense number 77, defense number 96. Those penalties offset. It's their first fouls towards disqualification. Result of the play is a first down.
That's Justin Pickett on the Duke side and Jamarius Brown on the Ole Miss side. And the ball will stay right there at the 23, first down.
As he says, one step closer to disqualification.
Yeah.
That's definitely a Big Ten crew.
That's that's facts.
Yes.
Facts.
One step closer to disqualification. Lord, I'm glad I didn't have that when I was playing.
Half your team wouldn't have survived back in those days.
We would have been a lot of us disqualified.
There was some legal targeting going on back in the day.
And some illegal chatter, too.
1st and 10 from the 23-yard line for Duke at the Ole Miss 23. Duke trying to mount a nice drive. A little pride here out of the Duke offense. They've gone from their own 25 to the Ole Miss 23 and have a 1st and 10. 5:18 to play, clock running. Handoff again, and it's going to be off right guard. Peyton Jones, he'll be stacked up at the 21. We'll get a couple of yards, 2nd and 8.
Well, I can tell that Duke is really not concerned about being down 45-7. They keep pounding the defensive front.
Yeah.
Picked up a good 2 yards there as the clock continues to run under 5 minutes now. So
Harris made the tackle.
Maybe they're just working on spring training.
Manny Diaz is an outstanding coach. They had a fantastic year. He ended up getting to the bowl game with his top 2 quarterbacks in the portal. He's got a great quarterback coming in from Tulane. But so they're kind of left without that. But I go back to, it seems like Henry Beelan, John, based on the situation, done a nice job.
He has. I mean, one pass all year, not much playing time at all, and come into the Gator Bowl. And Ole Miss, with their, most of their defensive starters for the year, putting pressure on him. He's handling himself well.
Forward toss here to Hagans, and he is tackled at the 20 by T.J. Banks. He gets only a yard out of that. 3rd down coming up for Duke, 3rd down and 7. Al Wooten, a new running back, was in the game too for Duke.
And, David, maybe if Duke had their starting quarterback, it might have been a little better, but this Rebel defense has been absolutely dominant tonight.
Wooten is from Memphis, by the way. You might have listened to us. Memphis may know of him. There's the snap back. They got a Beelan runs to his right, settles, fires toward the end zone, wide open, near side. Boy, he came from the right sidelines, threw it to the left corner of the end zone to Jordan Moore. We lost him there. It's a touchdown Duke from 20 yards out.
Definitely lost him. He came completely from the Duke sideline into the end zone, came completely across the field. The quarterback obviously had enough time to stop and look downfield and just hummed it across towards the Rebel sideline, and there's the touchdown toss on the monitor.
Jordan Moore has been a favorite target all year for their previous quarterbacks. Broke free and got the score. Point after attempt coming up. It's now 45-13 Ole Miss with 3:43 left. Todd Polino from Cornelius, North Carolina, to attempt the PAT, and it is good. 45-14 with 3:43 left to go in a contest.
Yeah, the Rebels hated to give up that, but a young defensive front and new players in the secondary, David, bound to blow a coverage, but good job of Duke taking the ball down the field and scoring. They have not quit playing in this game, but only down 45-14 now.
Yeah, showing a little moxie. They go 11 plays, 75 yards in 6 minutes and 13 seconds with a 20-yard touchdown strike. They got helped out with a penalty in that drive as well. We had some nice runs out of Jones.
As we like to remind those ACC teams, it's not the SEC they play in.
Just means more to you, huh?
It means more to me.
Beelan, 25 of 44 for 236 yards, 2 touchdowns, interception. And you got to remember, too, John, all of us have pointed that out. They just have had very little running game, so it's not like we don't know he's going to try to throw.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, we've pretty much shut down the run, and they lost their back coming into the game, and they got a guy back that's played a little bit, but yeah, we took care of that and forced them in be one-dimensional, and just a. Like I said, he's handled himself well, but the one mistake on the pick six, but he's looked good. The quarterback for Duke's looked good, handled himself well in a tough situation.
Salas ready to kick for the Blue Devils, and he will kick it away. And running up to grab it for a fair catch at the 6-yard line is Micah Davis, and Ole Miss will start at the 25.
Well, will we run Jackson Dart back in there for one last time? I believe we will, David. He'll be under the center, under control of this Rebel offense.
What a game he's had, too.
Yeah, really. Great game to go out
Jackson, and you heard Lane tell you, Harry, in the pregame interview, that one of the main reasons everybody stayed and is back to play is because of that guy.
Yes.
And he not only had said, hey, I'm going to play, he's played now basically the entire game, has played hard, has run the ball, done everything he needs. He's been a leader on and off the field for this Ole Miss football program since he's arrived. There's a little reverse action. Juice Wells coming to the near side. It's the 25, slows down, and dropped at the 29-yard line. Little toss pitch to Diggs, I guess, and he goes back.
Yeah, handed it off to Diggs. He just pitched it back on reverse to Juice Wells. That's exactly how it started. Thought Jackson was going to get out and lead that pack. He kind of
you don't need to
cut it down. He kind of turned it down, shut it down on that block.
Maybe in the regular season.
Yeah, he shut it down on that block. Maybe at Baton Rouge he would have done that, but he shut it down against Duke.
4-yard gain to the 29 leaves Ole Miss with a 2nd and 6 with 3:07 to play, clock running, leading 45-14. Here's a handoff, picking his way straight ahead to the 35-40 to the 44-yard line is Logan Diggs. And that'll be a gain of 15 yards and another Cadence Bank first down for the Rebels.
Obviously, Logan Diggs will be a big part of the run game come next fall, the 2025 season. Get a little early glimpse of number 22.
First down at the 44 for Ole Miss. Jackson Dart puts his hand out to his lineman for just a moment to hold things back. Watkins is wide right. Wright was over there with him, but now Daquan's going to go to the left side, play H-back behind the left tackle, Diego Pounds. There's the snap. Dart in the pocket. Now is going to take off and run, and he'll dive head first to the 46. Gets only a couple of yards there. It'll be 2nd down and 8 for Ole Miss. Hey, while we have a chance, we want to thank all our sponsors throughout the year. We appreciate you helping us pay the bills and get this done, and encourage you to continue to do so on the Ole Miss Radio Network. Of course, Learfield's responsible for signage and all kind of things, ribbon boards, et cetera, and we appreciate all the sponsors that have participated in Ole Miss football this year.
2-minute.
Well, we've hit the 2-minute timeout. 2 minutes to go in this game. Ole Miss trying to win the 80th Gator Bowl, leading 45-14, going in the final 2 minutes on the Ole Miss Radio Network.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. Let's huddle up and make things happen with the only cards for the Grove. The Ole Miss Regions Visa Debit Card and Prepaid Regions Now Card. They're a win for your wallet and a big hottie toddy, whether you're purchasing stuff for game day or every day. Want to go all in on confidently showing your Ole Miss pride? Order your card now at regions.com/Go Rebels. Regions, official bank of the SEC. Member FDIC. Terms, conditions, and fees apply.
Oxford, Mississippi has been touted as the cultural mecca of the South, with good reason. Stay in one of Oxford's boutique hotels and spend your day browsing shops around the square, or stop in at Roanoke, the home of Nobel Prize-winning author William Faulkner. At night, enjoy one of the many acclaimed restaurants. Have a cocktail on a balcony overlooking downtown, or step into a speakeasy for a cozier vibe. Whatever your craving is, Oxford has it. Go to visitoxfordms.com for more information.
College football fans, Chris Fowler here with the play call. This season, go for Dose with ice-cold, refreshing Dos Equis. It's more than a single play. It's a mindset. Think of it as a 2-point conversion for real life. Taking the risk, making the bold move. Whenever we get the chance to go big, we take it. On the field and off, always go for Dose with Dos Equis.
Enjoy Dos Equis responsibly. Copyright 2024 Dos Equis Lager Especial Beer. Imported by Cervezas Mexicanas, White Plains, New York.
What's up, fans? This is Roddy Jones, co-host of College Sports Now. We're breaking down all the action from around the country weekly during the football season. We'll look beyond the box score and keep our finger on the pulse of college football from September all the way to the national championship game in January, from the East Coast to the West Coast. Listen all season long on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you love to get your podcast. And while you're at it, be sure to give us a follow along on Twitter at CSNowTweets.
Down for Ole Miss, 2nd and 8 from the Rebel 46 as we come back to Jacksonville, Florida at the Everbank Stadium, where the Rebels lead the TaxSlayer Gator Bowl, the 80th Gator Bowl, by a score of 45-14. Ball on the right hash for the Rebels, trips to the left. Stay tuned for our post-game show coming up. Brett Norsworthy's field level. We're going to try to grab some interviews on the field like we did in the bowl game last year. Gary Darby will join us in a post-game as well. As the Rebels on the verge of getting win number 10 again.
That's big, David. 3 out of the last 4 years. 10 wins. Last year, 11. Lane Kiffin era is cranking up.
3 receivers to the left for Ole Miss. Gun formation. There's the snap to Dart. He's going to hand it off, and off the right side, a flag flies. You've got Diggs with a good run. He gets the 45 to the 40, knocked out of bounds at the 41, they say officially, but there is a flag down back at the behind the line of scrimmage. Luke Murgott, who's a redshirt freshman from Berlin, Maryland, made the tackle.
Personal foul, chop block, offense number 72 and 56.
That would be Ethan Fields is getting to play, redshirt freshman from Geismar, Louisiana. Bryce Sanders is in there too, redshirt freshman from Chattanooga, Tennessee.
Number 71 and number 52. 71 and 52.
Well, we don't have a 52.
Yeah, so we do. That's Bulow.
Oh, it's at Bulow.
But they're not even on the same
Bulow's
side.
Not out there.
Bulow's
at
right tackle, but
they put it on
Kaleppo's on the left tackle. I could the right tackle and the left guard.
A long reach for that, right?
That'd be a long chop block.
15-yard penalty back to the 31 for Ole Miss.
They got the numbers wrong somehow. It might have been 56 and 72.
Ole Miss will still have second down, but second down and 23 from the 31-yard line. Right hash. Dart going the distance, looks like, with 1:38 to go. He's going to hand it off to Diggs. Fakes to Diggs. Fires. He's got Watkins caught at the 40. Makes a move. He's on his feet. He could go. He's the 25, the 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Ole Miss. An exclamation point on this one.
Well, we'll show you what a chop block will turn into right there. Just a long route by Jordan Watkins, got behind the corner and then cut it across the field and just outran the rest of the secondary, David. A monster night. That might put Jackson Dart over 400 yards in the game.
Jackson Dart, that one was 69 yards from the 31. Watkins with his second touchdown of the game, and the Rebels go up 51-14. A little hotty-toddy in the stands. Another Trustmark touchdown. Don't stop living to do your banking. Easily manage your money whenever and wherever you want with My Trustmark mobile banking. Enroll today at trustmark.com. Trustmark, people you trust, advice that works. Member FDIC.
Of course, the SEC chant breaks out here with a lot of Rebel faithful having a good night tonight.
PAT is good. And it's 52-14 with 1:27 left.
Yeah, Duke came up to the line of scrimmage, tried to blitz one too many times, David. Jordan Watkins gets loose in the secondary, and Jackson Dart makes them pay.
What a throw by Jackson Dart. What a night for Jackson Dart.
Yeah, but that's been absolutely on money all night long. Just couldn't ask him to play any better.
Just think about the quarterbacks we've been able to watch through all the years, Harry. But
oh, my goodness.
Especially recently with some incredible quarterbacks that have played at Ole Miss.
We have, and then Jackson Dart has set new records with every. You're not going to catch Eli in a couple categories, but everybody else he's caught in pass this year, which includes Chad Kelly and includes Jordan Tiamo and
Bo
Matt
Wallace
Corral and Bo Wallace, and just go on and on and on. And Jackson Dart's just been phenomenal.
4 plays, 75 yards, 2 minutes and 10 seconds, a 69-yard touchdown from Dart to Watkins. Dart is now 27 of 35, 404 yards, 4 touchdowns. That's his third 400-yard.
He's 3 yards short of a Gator Bowl record.
He's 3 yards short of the Gator Bowl record?
Yes, 3 yards short.
Don't tell Lane. We'll be throwing again, won't we?
I don't know that we're going to get the ball back, but we'll see.
Here's the kick by Caden Davis, and this is going to be returned. Caught at the 1-yard line. And now they're going to make a long throw over here to the near side to Hagans. Hagans is going to try to run back to where the throw came from. He's to the 20, to the 25. He's to the 40, and a little razzle-dazzle. He's down the sidelines, and he may take it all the way, and he does. So Duke pulls one out of the hat and answers with a touchdown. So Ole Miss will get the ball back.
The Rebels will get it back. We may set the record after all.
Wow. So it was caught on the far side by Peyton Jones, and he threw it to Samir Hagans on the near side, and he really ran right back to where the throw came to, got to the far sidelines, and then broke clear for the TD. Kickoff return.
He caught it about the half-yard line, David. It's I don't know how you count, but that's where he caught the ball, about the half-yard line, reversed field, and came all the way up the sideline of Duke for the score.
Hagen's 99-yard touchdown. That makes it 52-20. Point after attempt is blocked. Somebody got a block.
Here we
go. We got a ball going the other way.
Here we go.
Down the sidelines, Kyrie Coleman, and Coleman is going to be hit at the 40, still fighting as he gets to the 46, 47. These guys are playing hard to the end, both sidelines. Wow.
You've seen it all tonight.
Well, that'll go for naught. That'll be it. But he had a chance to take the house. Big old smile on his face.
Guess who blocked it? You want to guess?
I'd say Harris.
Yes, correct.
Xavier Harris.
Broke through. Xavier Harris blocked it. Corey Coleman scooped it up, came out about 50 yards.
So the PAT blocked. It's 52-20 Ole Miss. Now with 1:07 left to go in the game.
That's making the special teams coach scratch his head, but the Rebels do block the extra point. Bring it back out, and the Rebels are going to receive the kickoff. See if there's any razzle-dazzle here on the Ole Miss sideline.
Last game of the year, both teams just trying to have a little fun.
Having some fun. Yeah, those folks are still left in the chilly Everbank Stadium, are enjoying it.
Glenn, you said Jackson's how short? 3 yards short of the. 3 yards short. Who's got the record? Graham Harrell?
Would that be a tie, or would 3 yards would break it?
3 yards would tie it. 3 yards would tie it.
Let's get him 4 yards. Let's get him 4 yards.
Do they know that on the sidelines? John Donnell will tell somebody.
John, tell. Go up to Kiff and tell him.
Say that again.
Jackson Dart is 4 yards short of breaking the Gator Bowl game record of passing yards.
Tell Luke.
Tell Tom Luke or Kyle Campbell or somebody.
We're going after the jugular vein, aren't we?
Yeah.
Why not? Huh?
It's going to be an onside kick.
Timeout, Ole Miss.
The Ole Miss will call a timeout when they saw him line up that way, and will probably put the hands team out there.
Mm-hmm. Well, if you came to see a lot of offense tonight, you got a little bit of everything.
For Ole Miss, I noticed is that Richard O'Brien out there, 17, trying to get some names on the.
That's him, Richard O'Brien, 17.
Lee's going to go out there. Watkins is going to go out there, so we're going to get some receivers on that front with the timeout.
J.J. Pegues, isn't he on that hands team?
He's out there.
He's out there.
Tyler Banks, Lewis Moore.
Is that TJ,
right here on the near
Daughtery?
side?
Yeah, number
Washington,
6.
Daughtery. 26
right,
is
number
Dominic
8.
Thomas. Yeah. So those guys are all getting ready for this onside kick. And here it is, and it's going to bounce up and hit and goes out of bounds at the 50. It'll be Ole Miss's football, as that time it looked like that Cosme Salas hit that just a little bit too hard.
Little firm. It was going to bounce right to Caden Lee. He just popped it on out of bounds, so he wouldn't have to get hit going full speed. But
they got
we'll
the 10
take that.
yards out of that. They
yes,
just couldn't get to it, and Caden Lee made sure it went out of bounds. So Ole Miss will have it at the
team. Game clock operator.
New quarterback.
Put 106 on the game clock. 106.
So at the 49-yard line is where Ole Miss will have it on after the onside kick, and we're going to see a little bit of Austin Simmons, sophomore from Miami, Florida, 18-31, 248 yards, 2 touchdowns, and no interceptions. He's going to be in at QB, and he's going to hand it off, and there's a run to the left.
37
for
He's
Ole
running
Miss.
that football.
37 will be Austin Acton, right?
Austin Acton, running back. That's correct.
Austin is from Meridian, Mississippi, redshirt freshman. He took it to the 48. Gains a yard on that play. It's second down. The clock running with only 44 seconds left. Good to see some new faces in there here and there.
Yeah.
There's the snap. And that's going to be a handoff and a power run to the 40-yard line, and that is number 40, and that is Albritton, Jason Albritton.
Jason Albritton, nice tough run right there.
He's the sophomore from Lithia, Florida. And to the 40 will be an 8-yard gain. The Rebels are left with third down and 1 with only 14 seconds left. Probably will snap one more time, and that'll be it.
If the official get out of the way. Here we go.
4 seconds, 3 seconds. There's the snap, and Simmons wants to throw. Fires toward the end zone. It's going to be a diving catch at the 8-yard line to end the game. Great grab by Jordan Smart. Smart with the grab. That'll end the game. What a great throw by Simmons.
That's the future.
And that was about a 32-yard strike to end the game at the 8-yard line. And the Rebels win the 80th Gator Bowl, 52-20, the final score. It really didn't have much pressure in the game at all.
No, it did not, David. We came out of the chute really strong, never looked back.
So the Rebels with the victory. Stay tuned. Post-game coming up next on the Ole Miss Radio Network.
Hey, Rebel fans. Got a house hotter than a Mississippi summer or pipes colder than your team's rival? It's time to call Air South Cooling, Heating, Plumbing, and Electrical. Whether it's cooling you down, heating you up, fixing those leaky pipes, or keeping